Alright. This will be the final today. I think it'll take maybe 3 hours at most. Might be a little bit more. It depends on cutscenes mainly. And any boss fights. There is a bit of a lengthy section that isn't a cutscene, but it's linear and straightforward. So we'll see what happens when we get there. Anywho, let's go. English start. There we are. I'm just gonna have a fan on because it's hot as shit today. Australian summer. Load. Normal, yep. So last time we escaped Groznygrad, we got to this cave, and we saved and ended there. Before this scene of Snake eaten a lot. I mean, considering all he's been through, yeah, he's probably hungry. And here's Eva. Oh my. Oh yeah, you can look around. There she is.
No,
Hi.
thanks.
I thought I just hold R1, no I can look at her.
Not for dinner.
Oh.
Didn't you have to eat them at the KGB?
In my training, we always got the good stuff. French, Italian,
Really?
that kind of thing.
At the KGB?
A regular Matahari.
The least you could do is call me Cynthia.
Tell me something. How does it feel to spy on your own country?
Euphoric.
I can't say it feels good.
What other answer does she
Good
want?
job.
Can't even eat a snake during a mission, huh?
I wouldn't mind eating you.
Why is she... Okay, it's because they went through the waterfall. I was trying to figure out why is she not wearing clothes. It's because that her jumpsuit got wet. Same reason Snake isn't. But he was in a river.
When this mission's over, you'll have to treat me to a nice dinner.
What do you want to eat?
Let's see. How about sushi?
Sushi?
It's Japanese. I hear it's all the rage right now.
I don't know. It probably would have been. I wouldn't be surprised if the 60s is where sushi
Raw fish.
got introduced
Just
to the
the place for
Americas.
survival techniques.
And, you know, they were really into it. Although I imagine it would have had to have been different. I know that in some cases, some of the sushi in America is different to Japan. Namely because the American palate isn't quite used to some of
Thank you.
the Japanese. I've tried sashimi. I couldn't eat it. I couldn't swallow it. The feel of it disgusted me. I had salmon sashimi. It tasted good, but just the way it felt in my mouth, the texture, it was awful. Is she licking his face around where his missing eye is? That's a bit weird.
Thank you. Snake.
I'll have you know, this is a Christian channel, we can't have any of that. Yep, that's right, Snake. Save it for marriage.
Don't worry about it.
Are you alright?
Don't worry, you won't get cockblocked later. Well,
I've got one good
he's
eye, I can
cockblocking
still
himself,
fire a
technically.
gun.
Really?
Yeah, but you're right-handed. You aim with your right eye. Like when looking down sights. But sure. Are we in Moscow?
Eva, didn't you steal some explosives out of the fortress?
C3, a highly potent explosive from the west.
We turned up a bit, it's a bit
It can be
quiet.
molded into any shape, like clay.
I turned
With
everything
just
down
this much,
after
you could blow up the
when we got to the
Shadow
credits
Hide lab
of
along with it.
Naruto
Is
yesterday
that
because I
right?
was like, oh, that could be a copyright song.
But there's a trick to using it.
Tell me about it.
Type of copyright that Toei gets mad. Actually, Toei wasn't mad at Naruto yesterday. It was only that one part from
Well, what do you
when I
think?
did the second stream of it that they didn't like, and I still don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's just weird. I thought she was keeping half of it for herself.
The Shagohod's booster unit uses liquid fuel. The fuel tanks are in the main wing of the weapons lab in the hangar housing the Shagohod itself.
So I should blow up the tanks.
Cool.
That's the basic idea. It should be enough to blow up the entire hangar. There are 4 fuel tanks. In order to destroy the hangar, you'll have to set explosives on
Did I
each
explain
of those
why the
tanks.
Shagohod had
All 4
drills?
of them?
It should be no sweat for you. Besides, the
Like, is it
scientists
for
have
it to
the day
bore
off today.
through
So the
a
hangar's
mountain or
completely
something, or
deserted.
just any sort
Not
of
quite.
rough
They've
terrain?
still got guards posted there.
Because it's got,
So what do
it's
I
almost
do
like a
after I
half
set
track
the
in a way. It's got
C3?
treads on the
The
back.
bombs run off a timer. Once the timer has been set, the countdown will begin. When the timer reaches
wanna say you
0,
get 10
the bombs
minutes.
will all go off at once.
How long do I have?
20 minutes.
20 minutes, more than I
Once
thought.
the Phase 2 trials are finished, I wouldn't be surprised if they kill all the scientists to prevent them from talking. So you've got to act fast.
Ah, classic
I'll take care of
Soviets.
Eva, did you get the data on the Shagohod from Sokolov?
Yeah, that's the mission I was given.
Good for you.
By Khrushchev?
America doesn't have any use for it, does it?
I don't know, they might.
But I haven't forgotten my other mission either. Helping you out.
Oh, thanks.
Follow this cave and go up the ladder at the end. You'll come out inside Groznygrad, just southwest of the weapons lab.
Sweet.
Do you remember when
Thankfully,
we went
it's going to be
rescue
very easy to
Sokolov?
get into Groznygrad this
Remember
time.
there was a locked door when you entered the main wing from the second floor of the east wing?
Yeah.
That's the entrance to the Shagohod's hangar.
Who? Suzette Minette, I believe,
Use
is
this
her
key to
voice.
open that
Why does
door.
it sound very familiar? I don't know why. Just going
The
through
door
this,
right
Eva
when I
sounds
entered the
oddly
main
familiar.
wing. Got it. What about you?
I mean, I could easily find
I'll
out,
get
but that
things ready
requires
for our escape.
work.
There's a rail bridge to the north. I'm gonna set a bomb there, so I'm taking half of the C3 with me.
Right.
Also, yes,
I'll
it's
set
probably
off the
pronounced
weapons
Minette,
lab
not
then.
Minette, but
Try not
whatever.
to be in the neighborhood when it happens.
Gotcha.
I speak
And watch out
English.
for Ocelot. He suspects you're not who you say you are.
Don't worry. The Colonel still trusts me.
I don't know if he
I
trusts
have
you
my
so much
ways.
as he enjoys just...
There's not a man alive who can resist my charms.
Ocelot's
Besides
gay.
you, of course.
I'm just warning you, Eva. That's all.
Ocelot is...
No.
I don't even know if
Okay,
he's... I don't think
let's
he's
go.
bi. I think he's straight up homosexual. Or maybe it's not that. It's a whole other thing. It's... I don't
You
know.
seem like you were born on one of those.
His affection towards
If I didn't ride
Big
every
Boss
day, I
is
couldn't go on living.
odd. It's
When
hard
I'm
to say. It's
riding,
not
the wind
quite
hits me
just
so
being... It's
hard
like...
that it
It's
hurts.
really being gay. It's different.
That pain keeps my mind off the pain of having to be someone else. It's not easy always fooling myself like this. It's only when I'm on the bike that I'm free to be the real me. I only get off my bike when I fall in love or fall dead.
What's your name?
Tatiana.
No. Your real name.
It's Eva, isn't it?
What's wrong with Tanya?
Okay, Tanya. Don't let anyone see you.
Oh, this? It's a button camera.
You can see it better when you're not in first person, but so I tried to show it off. But yeah, on
What
her
did you do
jacket
that
there's a little
for?
button.
Insurance. To make sure you don't double-cross me.
See, when it comes to like I spoke about before, some of the gadgets, like the spy gadgets that we know of, some of them are really ridiculous.
What?
Ridiculous.
You're gonna get wet again.
The button camera one, that one's the least ridiculous. That one makes the most sense. You know, you just attach it to your suit, go into the consulate or the embassy, and just sneakily take a photo.
Snake, I see you've recovered your weapons.
Oh,
in
I
a boat.
think we got new stuff for him.
Now I can finally go on the offensive.
Time to pay Volgin back for what he did to you.
Never done more horses.
Yeah, and then some.
His favorite liquor is
But
whiskey.
first,
Then
you've
why
got
is it
to
spelled
destroy
wrong?
the Shagohod. The Shagohod is in the hangar in the main wing of the weapons lab. Go back to Groznygrad, make your way into the hangar, and destroy the Shagohod. You can get back into Groznygrad by going to the end of the cave behind the waterfall. Head back to Groznygrad.
Can do, will do.
The Shagohod is in the hangar in the main wing of the weapons lab. Go back to Groznygrad, make your way into the hangar, and destroy the Shagohod. You can get back into Groznygrad by going to the end of the cave behind the waterfall.
Yeah, okay, cool. Anything else?
Huh? Snake, take a look in your
Yeah,
back.
she ate all my food.
What the? My food's gone. Major, what the hell is going on here?
Don't ask me, ask Eva.
Eva!
Never mind, we can't ask her.
The Shagohod is in the hangar in the main wing of the weapons lab. Go back to Grozny.
I did mention she'll eat all my food.
The Shago...
I don't think she ate the snake, she just ate like the preserved food. Like the calorie mate, the noodles, I don't know if she ate the rations, but...
When you get hurt, your body will heal itself naturally.
Is that all? Anything new?
Snake, be careful when...
Okay, interesting. So you can...
That idea Sokolov had of planting C3 on the liquid fuel tanks. Not a bad idea. The fuel he was referring to is probably UDMH, unsymmetrical dimethylhydrazine. It's highly flammable but difficult to handle. If you can blow it all up at
Favorite
once with
UFO,
C3,
Adamski type.
it'll take the entire weapons lab with it, no doubt. But that's only if you manage to plant the C3 in the right place on each tank. So don't screw it up.
Yeah, you only have a certain amount of C3.
You're on a solo...
Okay. I don't have much to add. Right, we need to go through all this because we have a bunch of crap we don't need anymore. TNT we don't need. When did I pick up TNT? Thankfully I got to keep the ones I picked up before, while I didn't have that. Right, let's see. Knife. We'll want that later, but I won't. Now we'll want you. We always want to have you. You're not good because you're not suppressed, although I know you weigh the same as... the M19. I don't know why I called the M19. It's 1911. Anyway, probably stun. Okay. Put that. I think that's what I want. Okay. Yep. I think it's cold medicine. No, it's disinfectant. Oops, this. Ah, another suppressor. That makes 6 suppressors for the Mark 22. I have so many of them, it's silly. Like I mentioned, I never actually got to show this off, but these are, of course, bats which are affected, which, you know, they communicate by sonar. Oh, what? Really? That doesn't make sense, I swear. Really? I swear doing a sonar pulse affects them. Maybe it doesn't. Because we're not in the cave? Anyway, that tree fog's ruined. Okay. Hopefully there's not too much left, so losing all my food is not a huge issue. Literally, there is not too much left. There's maybe one other moment where food might matter. Although I should pick some up. These are always good to have. That's in the game. I was like, what is this noise? Okay. I'll take a rat. That'll do. Mushroom. Whatever this is. Ah! What's box B? I actually don't know what C is. C says it's indecipherable. That's the weapons lab hangar. Actually, it looks damaged. Anyway, that's the one we want. We'll put the others away. Cool. Free rations. Is there anything back there? No, I can't get back there anyway. What a thrill. I made a slight oopsie-doo. Thankfully it's easy to fix. It's just something on my end. I think after we crawl out of here it gets blocked off. A truck parks on top of it and the tyre covers it. Yeah. Not that it matters, we don't need to go back there. I wonder, if I had the suppressor on that, when you pulled it out, would it have the suppressor? I don't remember. I think it does, but it means nothing, he's not going to use it. That's fine, we'll just find another way out. Just reach in, take off the handbrake. There's no, I mean, there's a door, but it's open to the air. You can just reach in, take off the handbrake, and just push it. Sure, it'll be heavy, but you can do that.
Hey, those tanks look like Object 279s.
Cool.
Object 279s.
Yep. We don't have a lot of details yet, but apparently they're a kind of heavy tank designed to operate in situations involving the use of tactical nuclear weapons.
Neat.
They're distinguished by 2 sets of double treads and a disc-shaped shield, which keep it from flipping over in a nuclear blast.
Okay.
Basically, the 4 treads widen the traction area and increase friction with the ground, while the disc-shaped shield deflects the blast above and below the vehicle. The tank is armed with a 130
I'm sure they
millimeter
tested
cannon.
it. They put
It's
it
also
over
got a
nearby
1,000
during one of their
horsepower diesel
other
engine,
nuclear
which gives it
tests.
a decent top speed.
Assuming it's even a real
As far
tank.
as we
It
knew,
might be.
it
I
hadn't
have no
been
idea.
formally adopted because of the high cost of production.
Ha.
But it looks like we were wrong. Anyway, those don't seem to be ready for deployment yet. You don't need to worry about them going anywhere. Just keep moving. The black you...
You have nothing to say.
To eat food, press the start
She's not going to
button
add anything
enter
new for the moment, so I'm just going to jump here
then
so we can read
select
about her.
food. Select the food you want to eat and press the enter button. Select
Japanese.
eat
She
when
is
you
such
eat
a
the selected
fucking
food.
weeb. Measurements top secret.
When you eat, you will recover your stamina, but the
Carrot
extent
salad.
of recovery depends on what you eat.
Monster
When
Venusian.
your stamina is down only slightly, you should save your tastier morsels.
Alright, that's everything.
Eat.
Eva, you around yet?
The
Ah,
Shadow
she's
Pod
back.
is in the hangar of the main wing of the weapons lab. You can get into the hangar
See her on the
through
beach
the
as
door
well.
located at the entrance to the main wing on the 2nd floor of the east wing. Hurry!
Ah, God, seeing that favorite animal dog and knowing one of the things that you can hear later is not fun to read.
Eva, didn't you take a picture of me when I was about to leave the waterfall cave?
Oh, that's a button-shaped hidden camera developed
Trying
by
to
the
read about
KGB. I use it to take pictures of the fortress and the Shagohod.
That's not what I wanted to know. Why did you take a picture of me?
Because I wanted a picture
Why
of
do
you.
we? Why does it have a ring size there? I've never understood the whole
If I
interest
told
in
you
knowing a
why,
woman's measurements.
would
For
you
one, I
believe
don't
me
even know what they
anyway?
are. Like, what are we measuring here?
Snake, they know you disguised
Yeah,
yourself
won't
as
work.
Rykov to get in last time. And besides, you lost the hat, so I don't
Oh,
think the
no.
disguise is going to work anymore.
That's fine, we have other ways.
The only way for you to sneak into the east wing of the weapons lab is through the entrance.
That's a lie. There's another way.
Speaking of which, I sometimes see trucks going in and out through there. If you can sneak
Yeah,
into
I
one
know.
of those
It's what I'm
trucks
gonna do.
somehow- The Shagohod.
Okay. Zero.
Snake, you've got to destroy the Shagohod. It's located in the hangar in the
That
main
was never
wing
one of
of
the
the weapons
missions.
lab.
Why is that now
Get
part of
into
the mission?
hangar, use the door just inside the main wing as you enter it from the 2nd floor of the east wing. Start out by heading for the east wing of the weapons lab. Snake, you've got...
Alright. Just get my bearings a little. Are we wearing Splitter? Because Splitter will probably be the best. We are wearing Tiger Stripe. There we go. I'm trying to remember where the truck is. There's one over there. I don't think that's the right one. Might be though. Holy Jesus. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Did not expect there to be a bunch of people there. Thank Christ they didn't spot me. Where's he running? There he is. Is that him? No, I think that was a different guy. Nope, that was him. And that dude ain't gonna turn around, I don't think. Yep, I believe that is the truck. Might swap me. Sadly, I don't know if I can get much higher than 70. Oh, it's got shit in it. Bollocks. Just means we need to find a different truck. I think I have a vague memory of where it is. Okay. I don't believe it's this way. Okay. Let's check the map. Right, if it's where I think... Okay.
Move.
Good lord, okay.
Bastard.
Not a safe place to end up. Whew, okay, that could be bad. That's where the hole was, I couldn't remember. Anyway, they're just doing some exercises. Just gonna pull it back. Just moves a little out of the way. Who are they cursing? Their instructor, or, like, is it Ocelot? Maybe he's the one who's made them do all these exercises. It's interesting to just see them doing, you know, just exercises. It'd be cool if we saw some of that in 5. Maybe you do, and I just don't remember. Yeah, it's been a while. One thing I wish 5 had was my favourite part of 4. Because in 4, the minor spoilers, you're kind of sneaking through a war zone, but you're just there. And it's two sides fighting, and you're just sort of sneaking through. Like, you'll be right in the middle of a firefight, sneaking as bullets fly overhead. I wish 5 had some of that. But in 5, even though, you know, you've got the Soviet army and... I think it's the Angolan army is the other one, I don't remember exactly. But those are in 2 different parts, so... yeah. Anyway, here we go. I'm a box.
Weapons Lab East Wing.
Because of how we end up there, theoretically someone had to pick up and carry the box with Snake inside of it. Oh, we're inside.
Who's that?
Fuck.
Help me!
That was really poor luck. That he walked by right there. Fuck you. Like, literally, that was just the worst luck I could get. However, there we go, we're losing him. While we're in the box. No camouflage. Because the scientist one should still work for inside of here for the moment. I need to take off my face paint. There's my C3, I'll equip that one as well now. There we go. I'm just a
What
scientist.
do you think you're doing?
I'm sorry, I'm just a scientist. You shouldn't notice anything.
What's wrong?
Anyway, where are they? I got hit at one point. I don't even know what hit me, but something did. Okay. Anyway, there's a good reason for coming here, because it's in one of these now. I thought it was before, but it'd have to be now. We can get 2 things that I want. Okay, first of all, I'll take a free ration. I'll never say no to that. Ooh, espresso for the XM16. Well, that's somewhat useful. I got curious the other day as well, and I wanted to see exactly what all the types of injuries you can get, because I know there's colds, and I remember someone once said you can get infected cuts, but I don't even know if that's possible. Might be on high difficulties. And I couldn't find a list of all the types of injuries, it was just about what different things, but I did see someone talk about how the cure menu seems kind of pointless, because injuries do heal over time, and you get so much of it. However, on higher difficulties it can be a problem. Like, right now this isn't going away, so I'm actually going to cure it right now. Because it is bleeding. I think it just drains your stamina. But it didn't need to be disinfected, so, you know. I'm surprised we can wear this with the eye patch and no one cares. Again, who is this? What is this of? Can you open these in first person? No. Anyway, this has the sneaking suit, which is really useful. And I'll be wearing it a lot coming up. Pretty much for most of the rest of the game. Nope. Ah, there it is. Maintenance uniform. Nothing there. Probably equip it now. I went to the wrong thing. This one basically works the exact same as the officer uniform, probably more the scientist uniform, less than the officer. But yeah, the maintenance crew wear it. So I can now walk around this next area and no one will care. Makes sneaking through here a hell of a lot easier. There it is, the Shago Horde. Eva? Or Zero? Zero.
Snake, I see you've managed to sneak into the hangar.
Yeah, the Shagohod's in here.
The completed Phase 2 Shagahod represents a grave threat to the West. We can't allow it to be mass-produced. You've got to destroy it.
Eva's got the data on the Shagohod. Do you think that's safe?
Well,
Yeah, it's
I
good
wouldn't exactly
enough.
say it's safe, but Khrushchev is a shrewd leader. I can't imagine he'd use it for anything other than deterrence.
When did Brezhnev take power?
Volgin,
I'll
however,
double
is
check
a
that.
different story. He's planning to use the Shagahod to turn the Cold War into a blazing hot one. We can't let him have it.
There's
Agreed.
Brezhnev and his
That means
powerful
just
eyebrows.
one more mission for you to carry out.
The boss.
Exactly. For
1977.
now, just focus on destroying the Shagahod.
Yes, sir.
Well, actually,
I'll
no.
let Sigint fill you in on how to destroy it.
No, never
Yo,
mind. Sorry, it was
like Eva was
1964.
saying,
It was this
if
year
you're
that this
looking to
game
blow
set.
the
It was
whole
in
place
October.
Sky high, the best way is to take out those liquid fuel tanks with the C3. You know there's 4 tanks in there, right? You have to put C3 on all 4 of them. To plan a C3 charge, all you gotta do is equip the C3 and press the weapon button while standing in front of a tank.
Just like TNT.
Yep.
But make sure you don't plant it in the wrong place. You barely got enough C3 as
I don't
it
know
is,
what happens
right?
if you do
Good
plant it in the wrong
point.
place. You probably
I'll
just
make
get
sure
a
not
game
to
over.
plant it anywhere else.
Good, man. And be careful.
Oh, it's the Shago
Liquid
Horde.
fuel has a nasty habit of going off at the slightest shock. So don't go using any heavy firepower near the tanks unless you're aiming to get yourself barbecued.
I'll keep that in mind.
The C3 charges all have to go off at once if you want to bring down the hangar in one fell swoop. So
And
if
they're all
I
set
were
to a
you,
timer.
I'd wait until after you plant the last charge to start the timer mechanism.
All right.
Don't worry, I don't
I'll
have to
make sure I
manually
finish
set it.
planting all 4 charges before I
go,
start the
sorry.
timer.
Once the timer's set, you've got 20 minutes until it explodes, right? So make sure you get your ass out of that place by then. I think that's about all I've got. The rest is up to you. Good luck, pal.
We're counting on you, Snake.
You've got it. Second.
You're wearing a maintenance crew uniform?
Goddamn right I am.
With the maintenance crew uniform on, you can pretend you're one of the workers assigned to the Shagohod hangar.
Yep.
But people are going to suspect something's up if you suddenly get down on your belly or start punching somebody. Don't do anything that'll draw suspicion.
That's why I said, well, okay, it's not quite like the officer uniform, because as Rykov I could do whatever.
The black uniform, it...
Okay. Should have just talked to the rest. I forgot to do that. Paramedic.
To eat? Eat.
Eva.
The Shagohod is in the hangar of
I'm
the
looking at
main
it.
wing of the weapons lab. You can get into the hangar
Okay, never mind, she has nothing to add. 0!
Snake, you've got to...
Well, you're very helpful. What nice people, telling me all sorts of interesting information. Anyway, that's what they look like. Right there, fairly easy to spot. There's 4 of them. I'm surprised we'll be allowed to smoke in here. If you think about it, you know, there's liquid fuel around. In Soviet Russia, you can smoke by liquid... Shut up. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with it. It's a dumb thing to start with, and it didn't make any sense when it panned out too. Anyway. I hope that counted. Anyway, uno. I want to leave that one there for last, it's the easiest to get to. I'm gonna take this calorie mate. Actually, that one also is pretty easy to get to. Yes.
Snake,
Eva,
I finished planting the bomb on the rail bridge.
Lovely.
Get rid of the bridge, the enemy won't be able to follow us. It should at least buy us
Oh,
some
it definitely will.
I've also set up the escape route. How are things going on your end?
I just finished planting the 2nd charge.
Okay, the first one
Give me a
counted
little
being
more
in
time.
range. Thank
Okay.
God.
I'll be waiting for you at
Could you
the
imagine if
bridge.
it didn't? That would have been shitty. Let's eat a bat. Just top up my stamina a little. Yeah, it'll be enough. Okay, and I'm gonna save that one for the last. Gotta be careful, because if they look close, just like the scientists, they will suspect me. Ah, oh, this one's annoying. There we go. Okay, last one. Let's hope that this guy's moved. Yes. I think if I take too long, they might spot it. Don't quote me on that. Oh, I don't like you being in that spot because I want to do something. And I can't do it if he's looking this way. Kindly bugger off. I think this should be okay. I want to change my uniform. Here it is, the sneaking suit. Gotta be quick.
Those are some funky clothes you're wearing.
Yeah, it's called a sneaking suit.
Sneaking suit? What's that all about?
I don't know, you
Not
tell me.
sure, but it looks like what the boss was wearing.
Well, whatever it is, it's a fine piece of work. The suit seems to be made of some kind of special bulletproof fiber. Wearing it should reduce all the damage you take by half. The waterproofing and heat and moisture insulation are top-notch. Just having it on will reduce the amount of stamina you burn.
Cool.
It even increases your overall camo index. You got yourself a keeper, Snake.
Yeah, maybe we should make it the official uniform of Fox.
Maybe. There we go, thank goodness. Okay, he didn't spot me. I want to equip this, otherwise we'd be stuck in the maintenance uniform for the upcoming cutscene, and I don't like it. This looks nicer for the cutscene. It's a butterfly. Snake casually throwing an explosive around. I guess it's not going to go off on its own.
Got you this time.
So in the demo theater, there are a bunch of silly little cutscene versions. I've mentioned them before. The one for this, after he slams it on there, the counter very quickly jumps down to like 5 seconds left,
Major,
and it
I
explodes.
finished planting the C3. I'm on my way out now.
Hurry, Snake. Is
I don't
Eva
know if I can
taking care of
access
the
them in
escape
this
route?
version. I think they're only in
Are you sure?
Subsistence. I don't think
She
they're
can
in
handle
this.
it.
Because this will
All
just
right
be
then, well hurry up and get out
the
of there.
HD edition. Get ready for cutscenes. There's
Snake.
quite a few. It's Eva. Howdy, all sort. You have to grope her again to figure out that she's the spy. Oh god, it's the boss. Stop doing that.
Why'd you come back?
Just imagine all of this cutscene if I was wearing this silly maintenance uniform. That's why I changed. Even literally any uniform would be better. That would hurt. Nope, there's the timer. Hang on, didn't we have 20 minutes? Why is it only saying 12? I'm gonna be 1 moment. I just want to make myself coffee, because we're getting into some pretty heavy cutscene bits, so I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I'm back. Alright, grab your popcorn and buckle in. There's a lot of cutscene.
This woman
It's
was
Eva.
found snooping around my underground vault.
I don't
She
want
was
to know what he keeps
captured.
in the underground vault.
Look what we found on her.
Oh, fucking cat of nine tails
The
and
philosopher's legacy.
spike dildos, whatever. That's it. I guess it's just a
This
microfilm.
microfilm contains all the
Hey,
information regarding
12
the
minutes.
legacy.
Ooh,
You
12
might
minutes.
say that
Ooh,
this film
ooh.
itself is
I love that the
philosopher's
story's just
legacy.
there with that. It's almost like he's having fun.
It was the smell that gave her away.
Oh, was it the boob?
No, not the perfume. It was gasoline.
Oh.
Motorcycle gasoline.
Is there a difference between
Reeked of
a
it.
motorcycle's gasoline and a
To
truck's
think that lovely
gasoline?
Tatiana was a spy. We found this radio along with her too.
Sorry, scratching my.
Such a fine woman she was. It almost pains me to have to kill her.
I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. You seem that type of fella.
Yes, she was an obedient one. She was my precious little pet.
Alright, Volgan, we get it.
Isn't that right?
I'm surprised there was no
What was
subtitle for
that?
her saying bastard.
Do you have something to say to me?
Go to hell.
What if I have to do to fire them? Like, what's the trigger for it?
You dirty whore. I've had enough kisses from you.
Oh yeah, I guess technically that was a, you could consider that cursing, so, take another drink and, ooh, 10 minutes!
Sokolov wasn't man enough to have a lover like that. Just like the KGB to send something so beautiful, yet so deadly.
Is it?
What is the philosopher's legacy? Very well.
Excellent question.
I'll explain it before I kill you.
Because he's a cartoon villain.
During the last Great War, the most powerful men in America, China, and the Soviet Union had a secret pact.
I find that so funny because during the last Great War, China was in the middle of a civil war,
Powers and creating a new world order.
and was also fragmented amongst
To
warlords.
secure victory in the war,
But sure.
three countries pooled their resources to conduct the most covert types of operations.
Honestly, it's
and
only recently that
research.
China's become a major superpower.
The atomic bomb, rocket technology, the Cobra unit.
Like in the past,
And they amassed an
like
enormous
only
sum
after
of
the
money
war,
to
only
fund
after
these
the
projects.
communists took the
Enough
power.
to fight the war 5 times over. That wealth is the philosopher's legacy. After the war was won, the three countries were to divide the philosopher's legacy amongst themselves. This explains why the United States and the Soviet Union were able to steal away the best scientific minds in Germany as soon as the war ended.
Okay,
But
sure.
our great motherland has far surpassed its pathetic rivals.
There's other reasons how they're able to do
We
that, but sure,
possess
whatever you say.
enormous wealth, the most advanced technology, and overwhelming
I'm surprised they
power,
don't show the
assets
Union
fitting of
including
our
the
great
Iron Curtain.
country.
But I guess it makes sense. That's technically they were
My
they
father
were
was
part
one of the men in charge of
It was part of
managing
the
the
sphere of
philosopher's
influence.
legacy. In the confusion that ensued after the war ended, he devised a series of ingenious plots to ensure that the Soviet Union would have total control over the legacy. The
I think
money
it mentions
was
the
divided
confusion.
up, laundered
It's hard to
through banks
understand just
all
how
over the
confusing
world.
everything was when the war was over.
Switzerland, Australia,
Represent!
Hong Kong. This microfilm contains a record of all those
So
transactions.
imagine laundering money through Australia. Switzerland makes sense.
After my father's death, I learned of this secret.
Hong Kong was a British territory. That
Obtained
doesn't
the
make much sense.
microfilm. With this money and the support of Brezhnev and his allies, I built this fortress of Groznygrad and Granin's research facility. But that worthless fool Granin failed to produce results. I was forced to turn to Khrushchev's dog Sokolov and his invention, the Shagohod.
Good for you.
My position in GRU made it too troublesome to attack Sokolov's facility directly. But the spy network established by the secret pact still existed. I used it to contact the boss and suggested that she defect.
She just listened? She just agreed?
The boss was conniving enough to see things my way. The world was once one, but the conflict between the philosophers has torn it in two.
I don't know if the world was really won during the
We
war.
will use the legacy to heal that.
There's
rift,
kind of a
to
big
make the world whole
two
again.
different main groups.
To do this, we need strength, an unstoppable
I
trump
mean, you had
card with
three
enough
main
power
sort
to
of
bring order to the world.
ideologies that were all fighting.
That trump card was to be the Shagohod and the Cobra unit.
It was purely out of convenience that the Soviets fought alongside the Allies.
I have
Sure,
lost
whatever.
the Cobras, but I still have the Shagohod and the legacy. There is nothing America can do to stop us.
I don't know, I'm still here.
Boss, take this someplace safe.
I'm surprised he trusts her. Like, he'd really trust her with the microfilm.
Take good care of it.
The entirety of the Philosopher's legacy, the source of his wealth, and he's just gonna
He
let her
wouldn't
take
come
it.
waltzing back in here unless he had a reason. The C3's been stolen. He must be planning some sort of sabotage. I'll go see if there are any surprises waiting for us. I'll dispose of her as well.
Well, ain't you being very helpful.
Leave everything to me. Fight like a warrior, Volgan.
But of course.
Yes, use your bullshit electric powers to shoot bullets! What do you want, Ocelot?
Let me face him.
Really?
I've been waiting for this moment. Time to get even.
Ocelot, honestly, I've kind of had enough.
No more judo and no more field strips.
Well, it's not judo. Also, it's not fair if I don't have a gun, is it?
Enough of this.
Oh shit, the gloves are off.
He's mine.
It's kind of weird to see his hands.
You will
'cause
stand right
he's worn
there and
gloves the
watch.
whole time.
Got it?
Actually, I
Please,
think everyone wears
let me-
gloves.
Silence!
Be a good boy and stay out of this.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what now? Volgan be like, hey, wanna see a party trick? Remember? 6 minutes! Or 7 minutes! Time's running out! I feel like the Sora's gotta be having fun
Sorry
doing
for
that,
the delay.
considering the look on his face.
Let's get started, shall we?
Sure. If you take Volgan out non-lethally, you get a very interesting camo. It's the Cold War camo from the front. On the front, it's the Soviet Union flag. On the back, it's the American flag. It's actually useful in an upcoming segment, because what it means is that enemies can't shoot you if they're facing you from the front. But we're not getting it, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
It's just you and me now. And I'm gonna enjoy this. Snake!
Yo, what up? Thanks! Oswald's just up there. You can also kill him in this bit to get the time paradox, if you hadn't earlier. This is the only other part to get it. Also, something I didn't talk about, when you do knock him unconscious in the Virtuous mission, if you stab him in the leg, when you see him later on, he's got a bandage on. I'm fairly certain. I could be completely wrong, making this up, but I'm fairly certain that's the case. Alright, we have a time limit.
Give it up!
I should probably ring people. Zero help.
Snake, watch out for Volgin's electric shock attacks.
Hey, you want to explain how he has
If
electric
you're
powers?
shocked while equipping a gun, the bullets inside the magazine will ignite and the gun will explode. But he should be vulnerable just after launching a series of shock attacks. Avoid the attacks and either shoot him from his blind side or engage him directly with punches or CQC. And don't forget that the timer is still ticking on the C3 detonators. When it reaches 0, it's all over. You've got to finish him off before then.
This is our first of 2 boss fights that we have a time limit on.
Snake, don't forget... Snake. Snake, watch out.
The only other thing he said, I accidentally skipped it, was he just says, don't worry about Oswald.
When Volgin is discharging electricity from his body, you'll get electrocuted just by touching him, so you can't grab him with CQC. When Volgin isn't discharging electricity, however, that's your chance to use CQC. Attack Volgin whenever you see an opening. Snake, what if you put on that mask?
Ah,
You
that's
might
right. I
just be
forgot you
able
could
to
do
shake
that.
Volgin up.
Shake him up. Why?
Never mind, just do it.
I want to make him more likely to attack me.
Snake, what if you put on...
Second.
Volgin seems to be deflecting bullets away by wrapping a powerful electromagnetic field around his body.
That's lovely. I want to explain how he's
You
electric.
won't hit him if you fire at him from the front. If you're going to attack him with a gun, do it from the side or the back. Watch out for Volgin's electric shock attacks.
It is
If
kind of
he
weird that
shocks
in this
you
one
when
they
you've
don't
got a
really...
gun equipped, the
Other
ammo
ones
and
they
the
kind of
magazines
explained a
will
bit as to
ignite and the
why
gun
some
will explode.
some people seem to have the
Either
powers
fight
they do,
without a gun
but
equipped, or quickly press the weapon window button to unequip your weapon when you're about to get
they don't
zapped.
give anything for Volgin or the Cobras as to
After
why they
Volgin
do.
unleashes his electric shock
I
attack,
guess it
you'll have
doesn't
a
really...
split
It is
second open.
needed, but I
Use
wouldn't
it to
mind if
attack
it was.
Volgin uses a technique where he holds a rifle bullet between his fingers and punches his opponent while simultaneously causing the bullet to explode with an electric shock. It's
not
punch,
fun.
an electric shock, and a rifle shot all rolled up into one. You've seen the damage it can do. It'll tear you apart if it connects. Dodge and weave, Snake.
It's a bit overkill is what
Volgin
it is.
can use an electric shock to Snake, try using a chaff
Oh,
grenade.
I never actually thought
The
of
metal
using chaff.
foil it scatters into the air should dissipate electric shocks and make them less painful.
I never thought to do that.
Snake,
Eve is probably not available. Yep. Let's pull out some stuff. Let's see. Life med's always nice. The fake death blow I don't think will work on him, but we can always try it. Don't want you. Okay. Weapon. Don't need that. I don't have much. Why do I have so little XM16 ammo? I'll take the AK. Chaff. Might use that. And we have C3, which we don't need anymore. nuclear deflecting bullets. That's my... Well, actually, no, it's not my thing. Fuck these. Is that okay? Oh. Chef. Nice. That didn't work. Nice. Oh, okay, we already got him to his half health. Nice. It's just Ocelot just sort of watching.
Shoot him!
No. He's in his rebellious
Do you
phase.
hear me? I said shoot him!
Sorry, Colonel. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What do you mean you can't?
I made a promise to the boss.
Silence! I am your commanding officer.
Yeah, but people like the boss. Did he manage to avoid getting electrocuted by doing that? Okay.
Are you questioning my authority?
Your authoritar?
Fight like a man, Volgin.
Volgin?
Emergency. Explosives have been detected.
Oh.
All non-EOD personnel must evacuate immediately.
I'm not trying to get rid of the explosives or anything.
Ocelot, find those bombs!
You might just want to leave, just to be safe though, Ocelot.
All non-EOD personnel must evacuate immediately.
I guess EOD would explosive
Move it!
ordnance. Something, maybe, I'm guessing? Explosive ordnance diffusal. Howdy, Ocelot. Oh, you're copying me now, are you? Alright, Volgin, let's continue. We only have 3 minutes.
Ready for some more, Snake?
Yep, 3 minutes, 46 seconds.
Time to die!
Oh, fuck. I don't actually know how to avoid that. Oh, wait, yes, I do. You gotta crouch. Say crouch, you gotta lie down. Ow, 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 you little bitch! Holy shit, that hurt. Alright. What is it? Bleeding, bandage noise, okay, bandage, and disinfect. Oh, styptic. Styptic, disinfect, bandage, knife. That's right in the crotch. Don't worry, Snake doesn't need to have kids. Reload faster. Ah, shit. Nice. He's nearly down. Shit. We're okay. Those ones I'm not entirely sure how to avoid. Just gotta run and be lucky and not suck, all of which is hard for me to do. Oh, I'm out. Piss off. What did you just do? Not what I wanted to do. Oh, come on, he's so close. Got him. Nice. Yeah, grounded. Get it? Electricity jokes. That's a lot of blood to cough up. That's probably not good. That's never a good sign. You don't want to be coughing up blood.
All personnel evacuate.
Oh yeah, that's right. Explosives.
Repeat, all personnel evacuate.
Faster! This way!
I guess I didn't find them, even though I feel like it could be pretty obvious as to where they were on the liquid fuel tanks, but...
It's gonna blow! I'm out of here! Let's get out of here quick! Hurry!
I feel like proper bomb disposal experts would have make that assumption. And Snake's out of breath. More so than any other fight. I mean, in that one we did get shocked a bunch. Hey! You put a sidecar on. It's like Chekhov's gun. Remember when Sigurd talked about how that motorcycle was originally meant for a sidecar? Well, it came full circle and now there is one. Hence my Chekhov's gun comment. That wasn't that big of an explosion. Oh, never mind. Still going off. Oh, okay. It was bigger than it looked.
Don't give up! Get moving!
Eva, how did you?
The boss let me go.
I bet she did.
Boss? But why?
I'll tell you later. Right now, we've got to get to the lake and escape.
We can't leave yet. I've still got one last job to do.
The boss is already at the lake.
Ah, that's nice.
Huh?
She's at the lake. She's waiting for you there.
Waiting for me?
I was hoping I wouldn't have to tell you.
Can't you tell us on the way?
I don't want you to fight her.
I mean, we kind of have no choice.
But I've come to realize that there's a special relationship.
What's with the
between
letters?
you two.
CCCP. It's like an
Something
acronym for
I
something.
can't
Like, what do I
understand.
spell
Something
out?
that goes beyond a man and a woman.
Is it because of? Is it like what the
I envy you.
snake? What the sneaking
Really,
suit is?
I do. But I guess I just can't understand it.
I wonder if there is like little details
asked me
that
to
they
do
were
it.
put into the design of things that maybe have meaning that we'll
I've
never know.
seen someone with such clear eyes. There.
Because that can happen often where there's like, you know, details that are put into
Ready
the
to
design
go?
of things by, you know, the designers that
Yeah.
just don't have an have an explanation to them as to why it's there, but don't ever get given one. Like, I don't know, maybe whoever designed the sneaking suit there was like, you know, it's to do with the carbon something or other, or, you know, it's the manufacturer or something like that. maybe it only makes sense in Cyrillic. I mean, NKVD is just... all I remember from that is the K is Commissariat.
There is no escape!
Or is it just Commissar? I don't even remember. But in English, Commissar is spelled with a C, but in Russian, K, hence NKVD. Motorcycles, vroom vroom! We get infinite ammo. Which is pretty nice. I need to change my equipment. All of that's fine. We don't need you, definitely not. We will need it later. Not you. Nor you. We'll take the M63 and the RPG-7, and that should be all we really need. We don't need the stun grenade, we'll take regular grenade. Alright. There it is. Hi. Remember I mentioned how Snake screams while shooting this thing? It's not going to do anything, but it's there. We're getting shot at from something. Where are they? Found them. You can't shoot either if you're not careful. I may or may not have done it in the past. Oh shit. She chastises us if we fail to shoot people. Hang on a minute. Oh, I thought I took it out. Maybe not. No matter. Where? Oh, where? Hey, Vulcan. Oh! Garrotan! I think I shot it, I don't know. Remember I mentioned how 5 of them are really hard to hit and missable? These are the 5. There's 5 all along here. There we go, I think I hit that one. But yeah. Best bet, if you're going for the Keratans, make a save right beforehand. Well, I think it forces you to. And finish the game, and if you don't get them all, well, try again from this bit. Although make sure you use a guide. That's my advice, because yeah, otherwise this motorcycle segment trying to shoot all of them, I can't even imagine how difficult that would be. I might turn it down a little bit, it's not very loud for this motorcycle bit. Here's where that little catwalk gets destroyed. Actually, don't know if they catwalk or a bridge.
I can't shake him.
The RPG can't put a dent in that armor.
Not with that attitude.
Bridge. I thought you rigged it with C3.
I did. We'll lure him onto the bridge.
Good thinking, 99.
On with it. Good plan.
The bridge is on the other side of the runway. We'll have to cut through the middle of the base. You ready?
Step on it. If he catches up to us, we're done.
Sure, let's go along the runway. You know, the thing that this thing is designed to go for. When you meant to not shoot me?
Okay.
Why are her boobs jiggling? It was what? Why? We also can also use a motorcycle well. Howdy. Just punch him. All that. That works too. Why didn't you do that earlier? Spurs on his boot. I love how he just moved aside. Get fucked also. Oh. Well, there goes a gun. Don't worry, she wasn't any help here anyway. Why are we back in the hangar? I know why, we need to get to the runway, but it's just pointing out, it's just like, we were just here! Man, that must be really uncomfortable, the way he's got to crane his neck to use his left eye to aim down any scope. It'll be hard for any sight. I wish we could see his mouth open yelling. Well, that worked. You're damn right. I am good. I'm better than I thought. Carrot time! That one I missed. I'm also probably not using the best thing to shoot them going on here, but there's an even worse one later on. I remember seeing it, and I was like, how in the hell did you get that? So we haven't yet had to say that we suck. One up there. Nope, that didn't get high enough. That didn't work either. Oh look, another hind. I think it's a hind. Maybe it's not a hind. It's a helicopter either way. It's a helicopter in a Metal Gear game. It's most likely a hind. Oh good, he's back. And we're going along a runway, you know. Which may or may not be the thing that the Shagohod is designed to be on. In order to go very fast. Drop them off there, right with the Shagohod behind it, and Volgan, who has no care for human life. Unless they don't know he's in there. Once again, like the film Prometheus, run to the side. Was he landing to try and let him get in to rescue him? That was silly. Just fly away. Like I said, the guy running, just move to the side. There's those drills. It's best to take out just the driver if you can, also because then the whole plane just flips. Like that. Anyone else? Yep. I don't know why we can't aim down sights. It has sights, like, you can't. Maybe it's just for, well, on here we can't, because it's moving, but I'm pretty sure any time we can't. I'll check later on. It's a long runway. Cutscene. Is that thing getting ready for takeoff? It has to be. And it's making a noise. No one's in there. That's weird. Yeah, the engines are moving. Huh. There's those letters again. Maybe that's something to do with, like, Department of Ordnance or something within the Soviet Union. I have no idea.
I've got a surprise for you. You won't be getting away this time.
Ocelot proceeds to be burnt to death.
Son of a bitch!
I mean, the bike still works. You can keep following it. You can reload this also, by the way. Like, it does have an animation. This is the only time you can see it, because I will always be doing a tactical reload. It is just faster and easier. Okay. Can't remember what it is. I think it's when he screams or grind into dust is when I need to shoot. Just gets close. Slowing him down. Oh, there we go. We're at the bridge. Oh, he hit us. That's mean. I wonder if we took damage. Goes. Don't you need to get across a bridge now? Ah, there it is.
Snake, we've only got one chance.
Let's do it.
Lure him over towards the other side. When the Shagohod is on the bridge, shoot the explosives. The bomb
Gotcha.
is planted on the strut of the bridge.
You can fail if you shoot it too soon or too late. Thankfully, there's a huge window for when you can shoot. And in fact, they'll straight up tell you, hey, shoot it now. Also, I don't even know if I could call anyone during this chase scene. I've never tried it. There's not really any downtime for you to be able to. Why is it called a rail bridge? See, in my head, when I think of a rail bridge, like if that was the name, I'd assume it's got train tracks on it, like train rails. But it doesn't. So I don't know why. Alright. There it is.
I planted 2 C3 charges. More to the right.
Yeah, I see, it's right there.
Shoot!
We don't want to shoot now, do we?
Keep your aim steady.
We want to wait till he's on the bridge. Oh my god, it's fine, woman.
Shoot!
Then why were you saying shoot, woman?
One more left. The Shagohod. It's here! Shoot!
There we go. I don't know why she was saying to shoot when it wasn't there, but whatever. Maybe you do have to shoot one of them first, and then you have to shoot both. Do that. I couldn't remember. I thought one would be enough. Okay, I do not remember. It has been quite a while since I fought the Shadow Lord, and here's Ocelot. Once again, it doesn't mean much showing us possibly him dying. We know he doesn't, because he's around in the future.
We did it!
We did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah, actually, I've never known what the hell the backpack and the map said when they were singing "We Did It." Nor have I even watched Dora in years. My sister loved it when she was a kid.
It's over.
I wonder if it's still around. Do kids still watch it?
Look!
Anyway, the front part of it's still alive. It just doesn't have its big-ass butt. Now it makes me think more of a crab. I don't know why, but the front half of it makes me think crab. I think it's because of the face and the drills are like claws.
I'm not finished yet.
Ah, yes, here's the song. I love the main theme.
Eva, you take care of the driving.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It's not any different to what she's been doing.
On one condition, though. Leave the fighting to me.
Okay, so status quo.
I was getting tired of running away anyway.
Eva, let's do it.
Yeah.
For luck.
Where's he pulling the guns out of? He's just kind of pulling them out of the sidecar. First an SVD, now the RPG. Can we actually ring anybody? I don't know. Second?
The machine gun on that thing
We
is
can
deadly.
actually. I've never thought to do that.
Force him to break off his attack by firing the RPG-7 at the body of the Shagohod. If he starts strafing you with the machine gun, pump a rocket into the Shagohod before you get turned into Swiss cheese.
Alright. There's not really any reason to ring anybody anymore. We've pretty much... It's just sort of, you know, tutorial stuff I don't need. I know what to do. That part of him is the sweet spot. Took out one of your treads. Momentarily. Wrong one, actually. Oh my god. Come on, let me get behind there. Lovely! I would love to. Eva, move! For the love of God, woman! Move! Why does she stay still there? What? We had such a good point, we could have gotten back there! Why? Go faster! No, you get him. Oh, I think you can just enrage through to the last. I suppose I've taken no damage, Eva's taken all the hits. That's fine, she makes a useful meat shoot. One more should do it when it's not got iframes. There we go. That should do it. Right there. There we are. It's not the end of it. He's got a... you could either call it third or second, depends whether you'd count that last bit as its first phase. I would consider it its first.
Did we beat him?
It did change afterwards.
No.
Jeez, he looks fucked up even more so. Oh god, are they going under his skin? I think they are. Like, they get up to around his, past his forearms, and I think they then, oh yeah they do, they go under his skin, I never noticed. That's cool. It's disgusting, but cool. Anyway, now he's powering it, because apparently the only problem is it's...
What?
It needs more power.
You're gonna use yourself as bait? Are you insane?
I'm used to this guy. I know how to handle him.
Okie dokie. Get run over! So that could be close. Imagine losing the left arm as well as the right eye. Well, that happens later, technically.
Come on, you blockhead!
Actually, what's the left? I don't even remember. I feel like she's meant to be giving him the finger, but I don't know if they censored it. But they decided not to. Apparently saying paw is fine, but showing the middle finger over the line! We've got nothing in there. Oh, there we go. Magically we do. Snake, wrong eye. Hey, Volgan. Fuck you. Ooh! Okay. I think normal bullets work too. But they might be easier. Oh, I can still... Oh, of course, I still shoot the treads. Doi. Hi, Bogan! What the devil is that? Oh, kindly stop doing all that. Hang on a minute. Where's my chaff? Present for you. I think the chaff fucks up the missiles. Okay, did I get out? I think you can get on that AA gun there as well. Why does he stop running when you're throwing grenades? It's really annoying. Why did you crouch down? I don't want it. It's just running. It may be difficult. Oh dear. Remember, I don't know if it's gonna happen right now. One more might be enough. Yeah, that's on it. Okay. I think she dropped me some ammo. But we didn't need a Shagadelic. Honestly, with all the spy jokes, why isn't it like the spy who shagged me? Or maybe they can't do that because copyright. Also, sex.
Snake! 'Snake! 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 '
Hey, look. It's a storm.
Who's afraid of a little thunder?
My cat, he's afraid of thunder. Runs away whenever there's any lightning. Thunder, mainly. Oh, he's dead. Oh yeah, all the bullets wrapped around him are going off. That would make sense.
Fried by a bolt of lightning. A fitting end.
I guess.
Finally over.
Now we just have to get to the lake and kill the boss. I was going to say, now's maybe not the right time to kiss. Hey, it's kind of like fireworks, although be careful, those bullets could still hit you and do some damage. It's just like fireworks going off, that's sweet. Oh. Oh. They're still coming after me, their commander is dead. Who's given the orders?
No time for this now. The escape craft is just up ahead. Let's get going.
Alright, let's go. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of them. What do you think I'm doing, woman? Have some chaff. I didn't know I had infinite ammo for chaff. This is the part where I want to keep my chaff full. But I didn't even think that I had infinite ammo for chaff as well. I thought it was just regular weapons. Trying to shoot in this rain is surprisingly hard. You got this, Eva.
Open that!
Keep your head down. There we go. Correction, we had more coming. More. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Can I blow up this tower? One way to find out. I want to see if I can blow up these cars, but I guess I can't. Suppressing fire! And out of it. Oh my goodness. There's a carrot tire. Lazarev yourself. Wait, we get some more flying bomber guys now. In Europe, in fact. Have some chaff. Nope. You know what? More chaff. Let's fill this place so full of metal, nothing can live. Okay, that ain't working. Oh, where'd you come from? I think he's dead. Yep, he's dead. Now he is. If he wasn't before, he is now. What? Oh. Reloading. What's up ahead? A log? Okay, I'll get rid of it. There we go. There is now no log there. This is gonna be... Oh, we're moving through. That's Orevio North. Quick! Chef! Throw it further! No, it's bicycle motorcycles. Where are they? Where are they? Oh, another. Come on, there we are. So another one over there. No. You know what this kind of reminds me of a bit? A level from the original, from Lego Star Wars 2. Where you're on, I think it's when you're on and going along on a speeder. I don't know why I'm remembering it now of all the things. Alright, let's go! Yikes! Oh, did we have enough speed? I'm amazed we did. But I think of that Eevee trying to kill us. Zow's your west.
Looks like they finally gave up.
Don't start celebrating yet. We're leaking fuel.
Shit. Quick, just stick like a bandage on there or something. You've got how many, Snake? Also, why do both of them need a look? Moral of the story, keep your eyes on the road, kids.
Eva!
I'm over here.
Yep. Now the fun part of the game. Ah, you're fine. I've seen worse.
Snake.
Who even needs that part of your body anyway? What is that, your liver? Who needs a liver? What's it even do?
Pretty bad.
Not a sensitive bone in your body.
That's how I'd be if a doctor. I'd have the worst bedside manner.
What about you, Snake?
I'm fine.
That's good to hear.
We have to get away from here, Eva. Let's go.
Leave me.
Eva!
I wish I could.
The boss is waiting for
Only
me.
because you're not
You have
fun
to
to deal
go.
with here.
Give me a gun.
No, we're getting out of here.
We're still far away from the lake. I'll never make it.
I can't believe this.
Huh?
thought I'd see you act this weak.
What do you mean?
Listen to me, Eva. We're doing this together.
No, you...
Eva, I need you.
Say that one more time.
I need you. I can't fly the wig by myself.
Insensitive prick. I mean, it is funny.
All right, then. I guess I'd better help you out.
You know, we have a lot of bandages. We should probably put something on that snake. You know, that same bandage you probably could have used to patch up the fuel tank. Just stick it in there. But, whatever. Who are we contacting? Paramedic? No.
Snake,
Oh yeah,
can you
there she
hear
is.
me?
Paramedic. Thank God. Eva's been seriously hurt.
So have you.
Oh, we're
Luckily, I
fine.
think her organs are all intact, but
Calm down, Snake.
calm down.
You'll both be fine as long as you get the proper emergency treatment. But you're the only one who can do this. Understand? So you've got to calm down.
I'm completely calm.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's open up the survival viewer and treat the injury. Do you have
We have
supplies
plenty.
with you?
I'm running kind of short.
Then by switching the survival viewer over to Eva, you can treat her wounds too. Now get to work.
We have plenty.
Oh,
We'll be
and
fine.
Snake, I'm pretty sure you know this already. But if you don't have enough supplies for the both of you, your wounds come first.
Yep.
Do you get my meaning, Snake? You've still got a mission to complete.
Yeah. I know what I have to do.
Just put her down. Just like
this.
Alright. Bang. So yeah, now we can go here and also heal the two of them. First, let's do us. There we go. And a bone fracture. That's easy to deal with. Done. But now we can switch to Eva. And hers is pretty bad. So first of all, she's got this cut. Oh. Didn't mean to do is a splint. And this cut, which is bad. But I think it's exactly the same amount. Yep.
Can you walk?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't worry, you're not going to be walking. Because she can't.
Here.
Ah, we're giving her the single action army, eh?
It's different from the Mauser. When you're using a two-hand grip, you have to be careful where you put your hands or your fingers will get burned by the exhaust gas from the cylinder gap.
It's better than nothing. So enemies will show up, and there's a few things that we'll be doing here. First of all, let's ring everyone.
Snake, are you alright?
I've been better.
What about Eva?
She's
I healed
fine.
her up. She can manage.
Good.
Snake, stay on your toes. The enemy hasn't given up coming after you yet. They should be there any minute now. If you go southeast from there, you'll come to a road leading to the lake. Take Eva with you and head southeast. Snake, you'll take the lead and break through the enemy's line of defense. Eva will ordinarily be following behind you. If you lie on your belly, she'll lie down as well.
Yes,
If
but
you
she can't
slip and fall
crawl.
off a cliff, she'll follow right behind. You can call out to Eva by pressing the action button. Head to the lake along with Eva.
You've given her treatment, but Eva is
Yeah,
still
her
badly injured.
her stamina
Don't stray too
drains like
far from her
crazy.
side. If you get too far apart, she might just sit down and refuse to move. Make sure Eva stays with you on your way to the lake.
Snake, if the enemy catches up to you, stop where you are and fight them off. However, there's no need to defeat them all. As soon as you've beaten them back, continue on toward the lake.
Yep.
If you find a hollow...
Okay. Let's save.
You going to save?
Yes. Probably don't need to, but I just want to do one. It's the last time we'll hear from Paramedic about
Good luck.
movies. Oh.
Thanks.
Or not. Well, fuck you.
You can treat Eva's wounds.
Yeah, okay.
Snake, don't forget about...
Yep. Just make sure she's eating.
You and Eva are both exhausted. You need to take it easy. If you find a good place to hide, like tree hollows or bushes, lie low.
Yeah, how about I don't?
I see it started to rain. You burned
Oh,
through
of
stamina a
course
lot
we do.
faster
Yeah,
when it's
just
rained.
to make things even
It'll
better.
also reduce your visual range and make it more difficult to sense where the enemy is. Be careful.
Just to make life more fun.
Snake, your escape is going to be
Cool, enough of that. Sing it!
Snake, you're almost to the lake. You can make it, man.
Damn right I can. Okay. So, a few things here. First of all, what's really interesting, if we go to Cure and check out Eva, with info, we can see her medical history, which is very interesting to read. So going right back to the beginning, there's a blow sustained, a burn, gunshot wound, sprain, stab wound, cut, frostbite, blow sustained, cut, tick-borne encephalitis, blow sustained, cold, bronchitis, breast enhancement, so you learn that they're fake. Stomachache, gastritis, night terror, that's not a medical issue. Cold, cavity, stomachache, inner ear infection, stomachache, cold, broken nail, once again, not a medical issue. Stomachache, sprain, cold, blow sustained, hypoxia, blow sustained, electrical... This is when she was dealing with, I think when she was starting to deal with, Volgan. That's where these electrical burns. Lower back pain, stomachache, blow sustained, lower back pain, broken nail, once again, no, not an issue. Poison, that is an issue. Leech, food poisoning, stomachache, finger sprain, stomachache, electrical burn, lower back pain, proctitis, I actually don't know what that is. Blow sustained, electrical burns, burns, gunshot wounds, Jesus, stab wounds and cuts. But that's all the most recent ones. Oh, actually, I think the gunshot wounds were just from the fight there. But you can also read her food history and see that she ate our noodles. It's also interesting to see all the stuff she ate, because it's all fancy shit. It's like tofu with Nameko mushrooms, matsutake mushrooms in a clay teapot, tuna sea bream and amberjack with plum garnish, shrimp and Russian oyster mushroom fried with dandelions, rice with fried sardines, chilled red beans with sweet flour dumplings, green tea, luminescent mushroom, kheer royal, chilled ratatouille, salmon and vegetable marinade, baguette, wine, duck foie gras sautéed in applesauce, moulet served with saffron soup style. Also, I'm probably mispronouncing whatever that moulet is. I have no idea. It's something French. Soleil meridionnaire with blé noisette. I can't read French words, especially French cuisine. I have no idea how. Yeah, bloco malloco sorbet, filet mignon sautéed Bordeaux style, Galova creme brulee with a milk sorbet, coffee, Cointreau. Is Cointreau a brand, or is it just a type of it's alcohol, I believe, right? Instant noodles, an apple, cold vegetables, vine melon spring roll, steamed shrimp gyoza, steamed soup dumpling, abalone and oyster sauce, grilled Peking duck, tsuchinoko and shark fin soup. Tsuchinoko is the snake that's very hard to find. The fact she ate one's hilarious. Seafood fried rice, Chinese almond jelly, tea, instant noodles, Bellini cocktail, scallop marinade, wine, focaccia bread, octopus carpaccio, gorgonzola cream fettuccine, that sounds nice, grilled duck breast with herbs, Russian false mango gelato, an espresso, grappa, and then my instant noodles. Damn you! Anyway, I think if you spin her around, it'll also make her sick. So I'm not going to. And of course you could spin her in a boot shake, because of course. Anyway, I've gotta change out my gear. It's stuff that I'm gonna want. You, not, probably not you. Actually, I'd rather have that. Not you, not you. Not you. Not you. Okay. Everything there's fine. Lovely. Now, I remember when we were having to escort Emma around, and there was like one bit where we knocked her unconscious because it made life easier. We're doing that the whole time here. Also, I don't know if she'll do it while we're dragging her, but she says some odd stuff. Oh, nope, she's doing it here. Yeah, she's thinking about Snake, there. So, you know, good for her, I guess. This will heal her at least.
Oh, boss.
She's also dreaming about the boss. Yeah, you know, also, yeah, sure, fine, normal enough, why not? The next one, however...
Right there. I know. That feels so good.
This is why I said it's very weird reading the fact that apparently her favorite animal is dogs. Yikes. I'm looking at my screen as if there was a camera there. If only there was. Had a face going. Anyway, I'm just going to drag her through here. It's easier than having her follow me because she's really bad. The enemies will just spot me no matter what I do, and it's faster. Especially since she starts complaining about food. She'll sit down if I go too far. Just refuse to follow. You're going to keep shoving food in her mouth to keep her stamina up. This way is just easier. The only part I dragged Emma through was with the bugs, because I couldn't be bothered trying to get rid of them with the cold spray, so I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'll knock her unconscious and drag her. It'd be nice if this was 5, and you could just sort of like, you know, carry her on your shoulders. We're going to technically drown her a little bit here, because I think we've got it. I think her head is under the water. No, it's not. Not quite. Actually, I'm going to want the motion detector, because we have so much... we have so much battery life, we can use it without any issue. And these enemies all will be moving. Get up. They're right behind us, they're right here.
Is somebody there?
Well, it's nice that the grenade's gonna go off. Probably wake her up. No, it's gonna hurt her really bad. Oh, it did wake her up as well. That's no fun. You guys ought to be happy I'm not murdering you. But because of that, now you die. Alright, Eva, how you doing? You got hurt there, as did I. We both got burned. Yep, burn. Probably give us some food. Here, eat a frog.
This tastes like crap.
Good, eat another.
Yuck.
Yep, I'll have a rat as well. That's what you get for eating all my noodles. Oh, apparently she didn't mind that. That's nice. Alright, Eva, back to sleep. Oh, for the love of God! I thought I was done with all of you. Stop running, bitch! Alright, let's keep going. Before they wake up. What did I just say? Just, you'll keep your distance from me. Oh my god, I said stay away. Go faster. I only have one bullet. That missed. Go away. All of you, just fuck off. Oh, he's dead. Alright, good. I'm injured even more so. I got really hurt there. It's all gunshot wounds. Why are they all right in my crotch? There we go. For the love of Christ. Tried to stab Eva. Apparently I must have shot him in the dick. Oh my goodness, she fell unconscious. Can we not grab you? A chance? That'd be more convenient. Okay, come on, Eva. Keep following me then. You dead? You must be. Eva? For fuck's sake! I hate this one. Come on now. You don't need to breathe. Breathing's not important. You're fine. I think he's out. Nope, he's not. Can everyone just stop following us, please? Thank God they're gone. I don't want to do this normally. Trying to get through here with Eva awake is just pain. Okay then. At this point, with how much time I got wasted with me getting an alert there, is this still technically faster? I say yes. Mainly because I don't have to deal with her getting hungry every damn second. Because her stamina just drains so fast, it's not even funny. Does she have to be asleep to say her weird lines? Maybe she does. Because she's only unconscious, technically. Boy, I hope I'm going the right way, because I can never remember. Oh good, there's enemies up there. Where are they? Come on.
What's wrong?
That's them gone. Alright, Eva, let's go. Get up. There's a hole in there. Nice if my health could start coming back a bit faster. I've only got the one life medicine. I don't know if I can find any more before the next fight. Am I going the right way? Now I remember what we need to do when we're there. Yep, okay. She needs to be awake. That's the problem. Oh my, you know what, I'm gonna say that carrying her this way isn't any better. For how it looks. Just get up. Wake up. She can just follow me now. Come on! Yeah. Yeah, we have to climb up there, and she's gotta help me up. Really? I can't jump over that. Be quiet. She'll get here. I'm not answering it. They're just gonna tell me to have Eva here. Just about every time I've gone through this segment, I've usually knocked her out just to drag her. It just is easier than having her follow just because of how stamina just drains, like, it's no joke. Oh, here we go, there's more. I'll just have myself a drink. Alright then. Come on. Okay. Alright, first of all, let's take out these guys. And then we'll drag her. I was trying to grab her just to drag, but wouldn't work. More medicine. I don't need it. It's a styptic. Eh. Well, none of those hitting him. I guess they mustn't have been. There they go. That did. Okay then. Eva, back to sleep. Are you having a fucking laugh? Ow. Shut up, Eva. Stop having horny dreams. Alright, let's go. Just get us to the stupid lake. You can see the arrow in her head. I say arrow, the syringe. If I had to talk about what my least favourite part of any of these games is, it's probably this bit. I just don't like... It's escort missions suck in and of itself, it's like having to escort people. And that's all this is. It's just escorting someone who is pretty much useless. It's funny that escort missions are one of the worst things in most games, and yet a game that is all about mostly escorting someone, Resident Evil 4, is very popular. However, Ashley is not around for like half the game. She's like kidnapped most of the time. And when she's around, you can just tell her to hide in a bin. Why did Kojima think to have that be dialogue for her? She needs to wake up. Wake up, woman. Okay, there are enemies around here. Yep, there's one. Here I'm talking before. There's one there. Anyone else? Yep, right there. Is that everybody? I think so. I better be going the right way. Let's see if I spot anybody else. I don't think I see anybody. Okay then. Hey Eva, guess what? Back to sleep. She dodged it. There we go. I think it's a nice detail that you can see where her arms are all muddy from being dragged. We'll have to wake her up when we get back here, just like before. There's a snake there. There's 3 missile snakes up ahead as well. Stop! Stop it! Eva, stop it. Stop talking. I think this is the last bit we need to escort her.
Yeah, right there. Oh, boss. That feels so good.
Just be quiet, please. For the love of Christ, Eva. There we go. And we're here, thank God. Emma is far better to escort, just because at least she's, you know, she moves at your pace, you just have to hold her hand, there's not as many enemies. I'd say it's a lot easier to avoid the alert. And it feels a lot shorter, it's like, you know, it's 2 rooms basically, and then you just have to shoot at stuff from a distance.
Over there.
She's not grumbling about, you know, being hungry, she's not, you know... What is it? She's not,
It's the boss, isn't it?
not causing you to get alerted.
I'll go get the wig ready to
You don't have to deal with the camo index or whatever, it's still the old style of just the Soliton and all that.
I'll leave you 2 alone.
Alright, let's go kill the boss.
Promise me.
No promises. I can promise nothing. Where do all these flowers come from? Did we just get subjected to more radiation from a nuke blast?
Life's end.
Seriously, boss.
Isn't it beautiful?
What's this? What? Why'd you have to do that?
Tragic. When life ends, it gives off a final lingering aroma. Light is but a farewell gift from the darkness to those on their way to die. I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth,
Oh god.
your growth,
I've heard this
and the
bit
finality
so
of
often
today.
from the from Peace Walker.
Why are you doing this?
Why? To make the world one again. The world used to be whole. But with the end of the Second World War, the philosophers began to
I don't know
fight
why
amongst
you think it was
themselves,
like the world
and
was whole
torn
beforehand.
apart.
It was a
The
mess.
Cobras, my comrades who trained and fought alongside
Before
me, were
1914, the
torn apart as
Balkans
well.
were literally referred to as a powder keg because
The
it was going to
foibles
blow
of
up into
politics and
a
a march
massive
of
war.
time can turn
And
friends
sure
into
enough, it
enemies
did.
Just as easily as the wind changes. Ridiculous.
And
isn't
in
it?
even sense, the Balkans is kind of a mess. They all hate each
Today's
other.
ally becomes today's opposition. And this Cold War? Think back. When I
That's
was
just one
leading the
area of
Cobras,
Europe.
America and Russia were fighting together.
Yeah, but only because they had no choice. They didn't
Now,
like each other.
Consider whether America and Russia will still be enemies in the 21st century.
Yeah. Technically.
Somehow I doubt it.
Oh, I don't know.
Enemies change along with the times, the flow of the ages.
Kind of. They're not
and
really. I
weak
wouldn't call them
soldiers are
friends.
forced to play along. I didn't raise
Yet
you
apparently
and shape you
fucking
into the man
Putin
you
is
are
a
today,
candidate for
just so
Man
we
of the
could
Year.
face each other
I
in
find
battle.
that the most ridiculous. It was something of talking about
A
candidates for
soldier's
Times
skills aren't
Person
meant
of the
to be
Year,
used to hurt
and it
foes.
included Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping, and I'm like,
So then
what?
is an enemy?
And the
Is there
reasons were
such a
so
thing as an
stupid.
absolute timeless enemy?
I don't know why they were doing that.
And never has
But I
been.
mean, you know, time also
And the
gave Man of
reason
the Year
is
to
that our
Hitler.
enemies are
I
human
think they gave it
beings
to him
like us.
twice.
They can only be our enemies in relative terms. The world must be
Although I think
united
FDR got it
again.
twice or 3 times as well. I think
The
it was during the
philosophers
war.
must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that.
Oh, I didn't give it to
purpose.
Churchill. You know, he had a whole
And with
2
the
years
cause
where he
money,
was
I will
alone,
achieve that end.
with no one else on his side, just dealing with what's going on in Europe.
I may no longer be able to bear children, but I still have a family.
She's saying she can't bear children because of her age. She's be 70 something.
It was November 1st, 1951. I was in the Nevada desert participating in atomic testing. The name Nevada is derived from Spanish. Covered in snow, white as snow.
Really? It's a desert.
And snow is exactly what I saw in that Nevada desert.
Were the Spanish just stupid when they named it?
froze
Or did they
my
do it as a
blood
joke?
white.
It's a desert, so we'll say it's covered in snow.
Snake,
As a joke.
you were an atomic test subject, weren't you? On Bikini Atoll. That's part of the reason I was drawn to you.
Why?
You
They,
and I are alike.
what, they were both there when nukes
We're
went off
both
and got affected by it?
being eaten away by the karma of others.
I mean, Snake didn't get, well, I don't know
We'll
if he got
never
any
have the
radiation
chance to
poisoning.
die peacefully of old age.
He didn't get cancer like the
We
others.
have no tomorrow. But we can still have hope for the future.
He spoke about how just about everyone else from his
1960,
group
I
there.
saw a vision of the ideal future from space.
Hey, it's Sputnik.
3 years earlier, the Soviet Union had succeeded in launching Sputnik, the first man-made satellite in history, into orbit.
I saw it, I think it did anything. I think it was just
This
more just
came as a
test to
huge
see if they could
shock
put something
to
up
the
there.
United States. In response,
I think it
America
sent back
threw
information
everything
for like
it had
5
into its
minutes
own
and then
manned
it
spaceflight
stopped.
project, the Mercury program. Even as the Soviets seemed poised to send their first man into space, America was still experimenting with chimpanzees and rockets. The government wanted human data. So they secretly decided to send a human being into space.
What's that ring? There's a ring of, I
I
think,
was the
radiation or
one
whatever
they
that they
chose.
talk of that is one of the reasons why people think
At the
it'd be
time,
impossible
they
to
didn't
send
have
anyone
the
to space.
technology to block out cosmic rays,
There
and
you go.
whoever they sent up would inevitably be exposed to heavy radiation. That's why they chose me.
There we
After
go. They're
all,
talking
I've
about some of
already
that, how
been
there is some
irradiated once.
radiation up there.
Of course, you won't find any of this in the history books.
Nope. Because it never
I
happened.
could
It's all
see the
fake.
planet as
This
it
part
came
is
from
fake. This is
space.
literally fiction. People went into space. I don't know
That's
how
what
people
finally
don't
hit
believe
me.
that. I find it really
Space
weird.
exploration is nothing but another game in the power struggle between the U.S. and the USSR.
Yeah.
Politics,
That's
economics,
literally what it
the arms
was.
race, they're all just arenas for meaningless.
You telling me you didn't
competition.
realize till you went up there yourself?
I'm
Okay.
sure you can see that. But the Earth itself has no
Yeah, it's the Berlin
boundaries.
Wall.
No East, no West, no Cold War. And the irony of it is, the United States and the Soviet Union
No, there are kind of
spending
boundaries.
billions on their
There's
space
lakes and mountains that
programs
can
and
often
the
act
missile
as
race, only
borders.
to arrive at the same conclusion.
The Rhine
In
acted
the
as a big
21st
as a
century,
border between Rome
everyone
and
will be
not
able
Rome.
to see that we are all just
This was like,
inhabitants
yeah, you
of a
know,
little
let's just not cross over there.
celestial
There's Germans
body
there.
called Earth. A world without communism or capitalism, that is the world I wanted to see.
You had me at world without communism. You lost me at world without capitalism.
But
How's it going to
reality
work
continued
otherwise?
to betray me.
We're just
In
going to have anarchism?
1961,
I hope
was
not.
sent to
That's
Cuba,
shit.
to Bahia de Cochinos. It was part of a CIA
I was going to say, is this
sponsored
Bay of
invasion
Pigs?
under the guise of taking Cuban exiles back to their country. But the US government betrayed them. Our weak-kneed president held back their air support.
Oh, wow,
Eventually,
interesting.
the exiles
You're
were
gonna
annihilated
you're gonna
by
blame
the
Kennedy.
enemy. All
That's
I could
really
do was
interesting.
watch in silence.
Bay of Pigs is a very interesting
I was
topic.
set up by the very country I'd sacrificed so much
They
for,
tried to
by the
force
very
Kennedy into
government
providing
I'd
air support.
dedicated my life to defending. I was driven from the surface world, and I went underground. Then, 2 years ago, I faced the Sorrow, my old comrade in battle. He was my friend. But one of us had to die. I was left with no choice. The Sorrow gave his life for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, he loved you. You had a kid together.
There is no enmity between us. One must live, and one must die. That was the mission. The ones who gave me that mission were the philosophers. Early in the 20th century, the true holders of power in the United States, the Republic of China, and the newly formed Soviet Union gathered together.
Yeah, China in the beginning of the 20th century, yeah, they were such a strong country. They weren't about to have all sorts of shit go down. Like a civil war and a bunch of little warlords rising up in their own areas. No, none of that was happening.
The organization began to run out of control, and the Wise Men's Committee degenerated into a mere shell of its former self. The philosophers of today have no sense of good or evil. Their influence extends to countries and organizations involved in every aspect of every war. They have become war itself. That's how they operate.
Even America wasn't really too much of a superpower, because they still had a policy of what happens in Europe and doesn't affect us.
Like a nuclear chain reaction, each conflict sparks countless others, forming an endless spiral that will continue on.
Like when the Great War started in 1914, they're like, war in Europe. Well, no, not our problem.
By consuming me and
even World War II for a bit was sort of seen as not our problem until the Japanese hit. And even then, they're like, why are we dealing with Germany? We need to deal with Japan.
He was one of them. You see, I am the last remaining child of the philosophers.
It's not to say everyone was like that. FDR was, from the very beginning, knew like, we need to do something about Germany because this could be a real problem. And he had the tough job of getting everyone to agree with that. Which he succeeded in a lot of ways.
My father isn't the only thing the philosophers have taken from me. In June of 1944, the Cobras and I took part in the landing at Normandy.
What beach were you on?
A top-secret mission to locate and destroy enemy V-2 rocket installations.
Were there even any V-2s near Normandy?
I was pregnant at the time.
Oh, good for you.
The Sorrow was the father. I gave birth on the field of battle.
Just her running onto the beach of beaches at Normandy, and just all of a sudden, oh shit! Just
snatched away from me by the philosophers.
And what, is there just some random philosopher there that, as after the baby's born, just like, I'll take that, and then just leaves? Anyway, now we're going to get to reveal who her child is. She doesn't tell us, but we know because of this.
This is proof that I was once.
Why is the scar all the way up to your neck?
I gave up my body and my child for my country. There is nothing left inside.
That's not what they do for us. They don't cut that much if they're doing a C-section. They also don't cut that way. Anyway, her kid's Ocelot.
Not even regret.
Do you remember the call we had earlier talking about Ocelot? They mentioned how his mother had an S-shaped scar.
Slithering through my body like a
I don't know if Ocelot ever discovers that the boss is his mother, and I don't even know if the boss realized Ocelot is her son. She may have, but I don't remember.
Thanks. Thanks for listening to me.
You're welcome. Now let's fight.
I feel content. Snake?
This whole section's meant to be sad, but I've seen it so many times, it doesn't even affect me anymore. And to be fair, I never found it that sad to begin with.
I loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you.
Except your life.
All that's left for you to take is my life.
That's what I just said.
By your own hand.
Could you please do up your sneaking suit?
No victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny.
Nope, oh, she's gonna, okay,
the one
right.
Who survives will inherit the title of boss.
Just gonna leave those hanging out there during this fight, are we? Very well.
We'll face an existence of endless battle. I'll give you 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, MiGs will come and bomb the hell out of this place. If
Well,
you
there's
can
no
leave me
actual
in less
timer
than
on the
10
screen.
minutes, you'll be able to escape in time.
There is actually a 10-minute time limit.
Let's make this the greatest 10 minutes of our lives, Jack.
Boss.
You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty.
Sure.
Face me. Let's...
Hey, Sigurd, tell me about a gun.
That gun the boss is using is a one-of-a-kind sidearm she had made especially for her. They call it the Patriot. Basically, they took the Army's experimental XM-16E1, cut the barrel short, and took off the stock.
Yeah.
It handles like a handgun, but it's got the stopping power of a rifle.
And infinite ammo.
Because the barrel is cut so short, it's got some nasty recoil, though. I can't believe she's using it with one hand. Now I see why she's the leader of the Cobras and a legendary hero. As long as the boss is firing that Patriot at you, frontal attacks are gonna be useless. Get around to her back or side and
Maybe he
attack
doesn't
her
comment
from
on
there.
the infinite ammo unless you have it.
If the boss gets...
Alright. None of the other stuff I have to say matters. I've got it. There we go.
Excellent, Jack.
Actually, don't have much ammo. I need to get some. So yeah, pressing pressing circle when she gets you there, you can, what is it? You can counter her. I don't want to do it non-lethally, so I need ammo, but I don't have much. I wasted a bunch. Don't need that. I'll hold on to that in case I find some. Same with that. I'll just pull out all these. I'll pull out all my guns. Because she's wearing white, it's a bit hard to spot her. Oh, there she is. Okay, then. I think this is just a generic snake. I don't think it's one of the special ones. Let's pick it up anyway. What one was that? Yeah, it's just green tree python. You can find solid, liquid, and solidus around here.
Here I come.
As part of getting all the snakes, you need to do that. But I might have just shot. I think I just got shot. Ow.
Time.
Got him. If she does succeed and you're holding a weapon, she will actually disassemble it. You need to pick up different bits of it. I think you just need to pick up the gun and the ammo. That's it. And if you use the fake death pill here, it does not work. She immediately sees through it because she's the boss.
I found you.
Oh, she got me.
Heads up, Snake. You can't hit me. You got
Just going to do a bit of healing. Whoop. Broken bone, eh? Okay. And another broken bone. I'm reloading.
Get ready. Get ready.
I got shot. Oh, I failed it. And yeah, sure enough, she's disassembled it.
Nice try.
I think it's pretty cool that she does that.
Let's see what you're made of.
Shit them all out. Fuck. What's that? Gunshots? Yep. And that's probably broken bone, yep. She's very nearly down. Ow. I failed that one too? Really? I should take my gun at least.
You better run.
I'm trying to get away. shoot her in the leg will work? Nope. Oof.
Let's see what you're made of. Let's see what you're made of.
Am I not tapping it in time? Mustn't be.
Move or you're dead.
I've got life med, so we're still fine. Ooh. Just change, that would have been bad. Where'd she go? That would have been enough if it hit her.
Get ready.
There we go, got her. And there we got the trophy, the Patriot. You get her weapon, I think, when you non-lethally take her out. But you only get to use it for your second go-through, so it doesn't matter here. And now the end.
Take this. Keep it safe.
Just having a drink. I didn't mute myself there like I normally would try to, but oh well. Hey, thanks. I like this gun. Maybe you get it no matter what, I can't remember.
Why are you giving me this?
Jack. Or should I say, Snake. You're a wonderful man.
Thanks.
Kill me. Kill me now.
Okay. You have to do it yourself. It isn't just done through a cutscene. You have to press the button here.
There's only room for one boss and one snake.
There we go. We've done it. And there's the MiG. No, wig. Was it a MiG or a wig? I can't remember. And there's a horse. It's sad. Oh well. Like I said, seen it so many times. I didn't find it sad the first time I played it either. But that's just me. I don't know. Just never didn't hit me the way it did with some people.
Ready to go, Snake? Are you okay?
Well, you know, we did just kill our mentor.
Snake?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the pedal. Oh, it turned white at the end. Maybe she's alive! She's not, she's dead. Well, off we go.
I told you you could trust me.
Oh, shit. Oh, there goes an engine. Great job, Ocelot. It's Ocelot.
Snake! Ocelot! We're not done yet.
Really? Did all of our equipment just get blown out that door? Okay, great. Oh, good, that's gonna damage the wing. Great. I hope we can get away in this thing still. We're down an engine. Oh no, there's my gear. Oh, well. Well, that could be a problem. Yes, this is our fist fight, not really. Ocelot, you're fat. Although we are also missing an engine, it's way causing the weight trouble. Hey, maybe be careful not to damage anything. Okay.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
As if he needs to remember them now. We've been using them the entire time.
Not good.
Ah, it's fine. Jesus Christ, just throw him outside! There's an open door! Throw him! You spin him around, just spin him and let him go, whatever. Yeah, I'm missing an eye, you idiot. Although, I don't know if it hurts still. It wouldn't hurt as bad. Oh yeah, sure, let him go. Don't just, oh I don't know, roll him out the door, whatever.
A few new moves.
Now we're gonna play a game. Even though we don't have the time because we are too heavy to even take off.
But I'll get over it. Eva!
How did you have no bullets in your gun, Ocelot?
What do you say to one last showdown?
And he's still carrying that one bullet.
Yeah, alright.
It's fairly easy to keep a track on. When I first did this, I was able to keep, even with him swapping it around, it was like, okay. Oh god, now I hope I don't forget, I'm fairly certain it's always the one on the left. Because it's always the same. I'm pretty sure it's the one on the left. It's been a while, and there's 4 outcomes that come from this. He picks the right gun and shoots you. You pick the right gun and don't shoot him. You pick the right gun and shoot him.
What's your name?
Or you pick the right gun and miss with shooting him.
Snake.
No. Not that name. You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot.
It's
We're
impolite
men
to not
with
introduce
names.
yourself first.
My name is Adamska.
Well, there you go. He does actually do
What's
it.
yours?
John.
Very well.
Just such a generic name.
Plain name.
It is.
but I won't
Exceptionally.
forget it. Come on.
There we go. I picked my gun. How many steps are we meant to take? It's a bit small. You don't have too much room. I got the right one. But it was a blank.
It's a blank. That was fun.
I'd say the
So
one
we
he
meet
hates the
again.
most is when you do
John.
not pull the trigger at all, and you have the right one. He gets. I'd say that's the one he's most mad at. Then it's missing him. Then I'd say the one where he shoots you. But I think the one where you shoot him, I mean, it doesn't do anything, but I think that's what he's most happy with. Yeah, what?
Give me a hand!
What am I gonna do? Again, Oswald, did you have to take out one of the engines? We've only got two of them. Yep, we're taking off. Hey, I think that's done it. Yay, we made it. Actually, yeah, it's August in this game, I believe. That's when Snake Eater and the Virtuous mission take place, so yeah. It's literally 3 months before Khrushchev is removed from power anyway by Brezhnev.
We made it.
Because actually, like I said, I just looked up
Sure did.
a few earlier when Brezhnev took power, because I was actually curious what year it was. Hey, look, her body's gone. Why? Just is. She's dead, though. We can see a ghost. I'm not going to, because I prefer it when you don't. I might show it off briefly, but it's a hidden first-person thing. And here's the MiGs, because we're in a wing. That's what it was. I knew MiGs were a thing.
There's no way out. What are we gonna do?
Oh, guess we die then.
We've come too far to let them stop us now.
What are you gonna do? Jump onto it and take it over?
Those things have got to be armed.
It's no use. There's no way we can outmaneuver them.
Wouldn't they try to radio us?
They're gonna
Like,
shoot us down.
try to get in contact with us, find out who we are and why we're there?
Weapon systems on.
Locked on target. I got towed.
You were great, Eva.
I guess, you know, Cold War concerns and all that, their first point would be to take it out before they even, you know, ask who it is.
Bulk 19, this is Control. Stand by for a direct order from the chairman. Bulk 19, return to base immediately.
Hey, Khrushchev pulled through.
Read me. This is a direct order from Comrade Khrushchev. Return to base immediately. Copy. Understood. Aborting mission. RTB.
Hey, look at that. How nice of him.
Look! The MiGs are turning back! Woo!
Again, I still can't think of Khrushchev talking without just imagining it being Chevy.
Well done, Snake.
The MiGs disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he just wanted us to owe him one. The important thing is, you made it out alive.
Yes.
Khrushchev is with us. I don't think they'll be coming after you.
Well, he'll be with you for a few
All the
months.
way to Alaska.
Ah,
I'm sending someone out to Galena Base to meet you.
To meet me?
The DCI and the President himself are waiting at Langley. Don't keep
He's
them
talking
waiting.
about Big Dick LBJ? Hang on a second. Alright, sorry about that. Let's see. Yes, and good. And it's the radio. Was that an actual radio Goliath Extra 2000? Maybe it was. I have no idea. Ah, yes. Wine. Snake's still in his camo. Eva's still in a jumpsuit she's got open.
So what are you going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
Might turn up a little bit, it's a bit
What
quiet.
do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
An American defector who defecting from Russia back to America.
I didn't do it alone.
Be a bit weird.
And I still owe you a dinner.
Aren't you having dinner right now? Well, you're having wine.
Is that part of your mission too? Or
Can be.
is it an order? Or is it an invitation? Or a proposal?
I don't think you'd be proposing marriage. You only have to, what, 2 days in
I don't
total?
take orders from anyone now.
Oh man, that's gonna leave a stain. Oh, no, one of the glasses did spill. Oh man. You know how annoying it is to get red wine out of carpet?
Open your heart and smile for me.
I'm just more preoccupied with the fact that it's gonna stain. There's even a polar bear rug? That's even worse. It's gonna have white. It's gonna be even worse if that gets any wine on it. Oh no. Or is it a tiger? I can't tell. No, it'd be a tiger skin. There's pike stripes. I was only thinking polar bear because we're in Alaska. Anyway, don't worry. Snake's getting cock blocked. Can't they give him a minute of peace? He's finished now, isn't he? Ah, you know, that wasn't important military equipment or anything. Why is there an apple on the table? Just one lone apple. It's not like a fruit bowl or anything. Come back to the table. I want to see it again. Get back there. I want to point it out. Nope, never mind. Okay, whatever. There was an apple on that table, just alone, not in a fruit bowl or nothing. That's weird. Yeah, look at it. See? Oh, there's a plate with apples. Why is one of them on its own? Oh, whatever. So, I mean, how many bottles of wine did they need? There's only the 2 of them. Also, why was it in ice? It was red wine. You don't normally put red wine on ice.
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden.
No.
This time around, it was
If I'd really call that, if I'd call the snake in Genesis a spy, but sure.
Forgive me, Snake.
How nice of her to leave us a tape and a player. What do you call them? It'd just be a tape player. Because it's not a cassette, so yeah, it'd have to just be a tape player then. Way before my time, I had cassettes, but...
Good morning, Snake.
I was one of the last to deal with cassettes and VCRs.
First of all, I have to apologize.
Did she record this while we were asleep?
I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA.
You lying bitch.
I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the
Mao!
Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry.
I really wish I could put up a picture of Mao right now. Oh, that might get me in trouble.
The philosophers still exist in China, too.
Probably. I'm not surprised.
My mission was to find out where Volgin was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The 2 NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men.
Ah.
The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him.
Lucky you.
I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva.
Which is easy to do, considering it sounded like the name that a woman would have.
You and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed me. The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy, too. I got the film containing the legacy.
Good for you.
And also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod.
Oh, that could be a problem.
5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology.
That was Mao's fault.
China's Liandon easing hydrogen bomb and
that was because Mao declared his communism better and cut off ties with the Soviet Union.
We'll create a deterrent force to rival
That's got nothing to do with the Soviets. It's entirely Mao's fault.
According to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the philosophers.
Oh yeah?
I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world.
Which war?
As a result,
the second one?
Indistinguishable from a native-born.
I mean, yeah.
So it didn't surprise
She's about. I'd say she's probably around the same age as Snake. Snake was born in 30-something.
So yeah. Right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that?
You assumed it was because you're both women.
I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth.
Oh, ain't that sweet.
She chose me to tell you.
Just makes Snake feel like shit when he learns the truth.
She saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time.
How do we know we can trust you then?
My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy. and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you.
It probably could have been an easier way to kill him, besides wait for him to fall asleep after they had sex.
Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life.
Again, loved each other. You've known each other for 2 days.
Because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it.
I mean, that's traditional. It's just, again, it's very much inspired by James Bond and spy films and all that, and that's a whole part of it. The point at the end where the, you know, the guy gets the girl and they get away, but here it's a bit of a nice... Well, I say nice, it's a bit of a trick where it's like, haha, she was a spy all along. There's probably been a plot in a Bond film. I don't watch them. I find them boring as bad shit. Oh, and the tape exploded. That newfangled self-destructing tape. My god. It's my bad, solid Snake voice.
Snake.
Yes, this is technically Naked Snake, shut up.
She didn't betray
Same voice.
the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen.
Here they all are, even Sigurd.
Because that was
My voice cracking now. Hey, it's LBG! I don't know why my voice... I don't know why my voice cracked. You can see Ocelot in the background here if you go first person. I'm not going to, just because I don't... I prefer watching the actual full bit. It's when he goes to shake your hand, to snake your hand.
Even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss.
And that's how he got the name. There is a trophy if you spot Ocelot, but like I said, I prefer to see the handshaking. All it is it's just Ocelot just goes like, eh, he just does the hand gesture. Yes, get the photos. I think that's the only time we see Sigurd. Also, I swear we got to learn Paramedic's name in this. I guess we don't. I don't know who this guy is. Why does he want to... Why does he think he gets to get a handshake? What makes him so special?
You know, we could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the U.S. government.
I believe that's meant to sort of set up the details as to how Foxhound eventually would come about.
Washington, so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy.
So I don't know if Foxhound was through the army. Fox was through the CIA.
They planned it so that they could get the
But Foxhound will come later. 20 years later, I think.
At the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research.
I mean, they gave him the gun. They expect him not to use it?
The US government provide proof that it wasn't involved.
Do I need to mention Chekhov again?
To steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss. And that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive. And she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden.
That's why they talk the whole loyalty to the end,
tainted disgrace,
loyalty to the, you know, the mission, or loyalty to her mentor, all that. The mission part, which even she was, you know, loyal to. She knew that was the goal, that was her job, and that's what she did.
Traitor with no sense of honor.
She carried it out.
And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her.
Where is this, this place? I know where it is, but I don't remember the name of it. Where the, Arlington, that's the one, the cemetery.
I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on, in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman.
Snake just leaves a gun at a grave. You probably do that in America.
She was forbidden to tell you herself.
They just go to someone's grave and say, "This is my grandpappy's favorite gun. I'm gonna leave it by your grave."
Snake.
Hang on, are you telling me that she was only in her 40s? She was born 1920 something? That doesn't make sense.
No one will ever.
I feel like she's older than that.
Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
And he cries here. But you can go first person, which I wasn't going to because of the way you see her cry. Oh, is she not there? Oh, weird, okay. She's normally there with the sorrow. October 15th, 1964, Khrushchev is ousted from power. Brezhnev becomes the first secretary of the Communist Party with Grozgin as premier. October 16, 1964, China conducts its first successful nuclear test in the Taklamakan Desert. 65, Sigin joins ARPA. He takes part in the development of ARPANET, which would be online in 69. 66, the US government medical ground system. 68, even disappears without a trace in Hanoi. 70, paramedic establishes the nation's first paramedic system in Seattle, Washington. 1970, Major Zero disbands Fox. 1970, the United States accumulates the remainder of the legacy. The US branch of the philosophers changed its name to Patriots. 1971, carrying on the traditions of Major Zero and Fox Units, Big Boss establishes Fox Out. So it's 1971 that happens. 1972, the Les Enfants Terriers project. It goes by very fast. I had to read it very quickly. It's going to be even worse in the future. The sons of Big Boss are born. that goes by a bit too fast to read out loud. It's not too bad to read in your head, but me trying to read it, it's a little bit fast. And now credits. Something I was going to do for this series was have like the data from all my other ones ready to say which ones we had the most you know, whichever one had the most deaths, kills, alerts, blah blah. But I'm gonna wait because Rykov's done by Charlie Schlatter. Okay, it's not what's his putts? Quentin Flynn. Really? Rykov? Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. Am I an idiot? Yes. The answer's yes. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, it's not voice by him, it's just Charlie Schlatter. Huh.
You've got a way to kill. They're picking on you still, but they don't know. Son, you'd better wait to shine. They'll tell you
I don't know if I should say this, but this is a funny little info, but it could it's nowadays might be seen as a bit that's not okay, but it's about the picture. I was just looking up right up because I was like, I just want to double check. Did I misread that? Am I an idiot? Why does he have a different voice? I thought it would have been him. Guess not. Alright. But yeah, I'm not going to do that whole thing with the with all the different data, because they're going to end up doing a second one of these, which will most likely include 4 Peace Walker. They might even include 5 in that. So I'll wait until then and save all that info for then. I don't know when that'll happen. I imagine probably next year, maybe the year after, but more likely next year. I don't think it's going to be that hard for them to do that. But yeah. Anywho, but yes, this is the end of all Metal Gear Solid 3, and for the time being, the end of our Metal Gear Solid adventures until we get the second old Master Collection. That lets us do more. The only other thing that we've got going, well, the only other things we have going at the moment that are still to do is the last, that little special mission thing in Naruto, which is just a little Boruto story. I don't know how long that'll take, probably 2 hours. And we've also still got Yakuza 4, which, yeah, I'm gonna maybe focus on trying to get that finished in a bit. I don't want to start too many things, maybe, but I've got one other thing I do want to start. That was I was waiting to finish Baldur's Gate to do that. They all have JPEGs, eh? I don't even know what those photos were. There's that real-time footage. Ah, there's all the stuff for Subsistence. Yeah, so Subsistence is what originally, I think that version included Metal Gear 1 and 2, and in the 3D, well, sorry, in the HD edition they included that. And they include everything from Subsistence. It's kind of like with, what was it, same with 2's HD version. That was Substance, and that wasn't all this. It did include everything from Substance, I think. It included only certain bits. And there you go, there's some stuff. And here's the song. A still picture of Godzilla. Did it mention the copyright information or whatever there for, what's it called? There's the Keratin stuff. Yeah, there it is, Calorie Mate. And there's Snake Eater. Don't be afraid. What was that one? Way to Fall. I think that was the last one that was playing there. And here's the main theme. I like this version. Gomez and Gomez. That's an interesting duo. So very similar surnames. And yeah, this ends what is for a lot of people their favourite, and is getting a remake after all. That, was it Gamma? Is that the letter they used? Or was it Delta? I don't fucking know. I can't read Greek. But that'll be interesting to see what that remake's like. When it comes out. I don't even know when it's set to come out. It'll come out, I'll play it. Easy as that. Oh, okay. I thought I was going to stop in the middle of the screen. Nope, but Konami will. I guess Konami still technically owns it. I think there was a rumor going around at the start that said that Kojima's name was scrubbed from this version. It wasn't, obviously.
Yes, Groznygrad and the Granin
He still
Research
made him,
Facility have
just because
both
he's
been
not with,
wiped out without a
just because
trace.
he's not with Konami.
I am
Same with in Metal Gear Solid
transferred to
5.
do
His name wasn't
necessary
scrubbed from it, even though he was no longer with Konami by that point. It just didn't
Yes,
have
the CIA has taken
his
care
company
of the boss
name.
themselves.
Anyway, here's some information about Ocelot. He's talking here.
I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished.
I was about to say, has he talked to the end of every one of them? No, he wasn't the one in 2. That was Snake.
Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls.
Not by
It
his
should
big
make
cock.
a valuable trump card in future negotiations.
It's Johnson, after all.
Yes, Chief Director, of course.
Isn't it funny that
I'll
President
keep the
Johnson
people
had a big
informed.
dick? And Johnson is a term for dick. I was going to say, we're going to have to listen to him dial every individual number on the rotary phone, because
Yes,
that's going to
it's
take
me.
ages. Especially if he gets to the 8th number and is like, oh, I made a mistake, and has to hang up and
The
start
boss has
again.
accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake.
Oh no, Mal's going to be mad.
King must be in an uproar right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy.
Those cheeky fuckers.
Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Groznygrad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too.
Well, how nice of her.
Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well.
Believe what?
Yes, they bought our story.
Ah.
I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them.
Jesus, triple crossing. That's tough.
I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam.
Even though it's literally in his name, Adamska.
Of course, I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
Dun dun dun! Who was the director at this point? CIA. Oh, I don't know. Like a Boss. Remember that song? Alright, let's see. Difficulty normal, playtime 16 hours, 52 minutes, 7 seconds. Saved 16 times, had 3 continues. Yeah, we died very little. 32 alerts. Yeah, we got a lot more than I thought we might. Seriously injured. Well, no, killed humans. Humans killed 125. Quite a bit. I imagine most of them were definitely from the, during the chase sequence on the bike. Seriously injured 48 times, total damage is 10 life bars. Life medicine used 4 times. Pine was captured 37 kinds, meals eaten 43 meals, and special item was not used. My title is Panther. Growl. New item. The Patriot. And the camera. Green face paint. The Tuxedo. DPM and Ozcam, which I already had, I'm pretty sure. Yes, save. There we go. And that's it. That is everything. I think I already... No, I haven't done the... Did I already get this one? Hang on, where is it? No, I haven't done cover to cover Solid 3. I've done that after each one of them, just for a free little trophy. Also, one thing I forgot to do the other day, and I forgot to do it yesterday too, because I'm an idiot, so I'm going to do it now. Let me just jump to the main menu. My trophies. It's a new month. Each month I usually, at the start of it, I usually, mention what my total number is, but I forgot to, because I'm an idiot. I don't know why that's there. Go away. I was like, I might go play, I might go replay it, because it's fun. Oh, hang on a minute, I've got it digitally, I'll go do that. Oh, it's only the online. Nope, never mind. Anywho. Yeah, so trophies. We have 1,200 sorry, 12,308. It's like, it's a 1, 2, 3 there, ain't that fun? 130 platinum, 626 gold, 2,295 silver, 9,257 bronze. I meant to do this yesterday and I literally forgot to do it. And I only remembered now. I was like, oh, hang on a minute. Trophies. From here on, there's a bit of spoiler stuff for everything. I just want to check something. It's about some years. Like, yeah, you can see here, you can see all the... Oh, why are there more non-canon titles? Here's the timeline of things. Where was it? I want to check something. Well, I wanted to see about Fox, but yeah, Foxhound is made in 1971. And that is canon. Although I think you see some of the stuff of Foxhound, you would see it in Portable Ops, but Portable Ops, I think for a while it was canon, and then when Peace Walker came out, it was no longer canon. So that's interesting. Anyway, I'll read through this on my own. I quite like the little thing. The first... Hey look, there's Survive. You can read about Survive. Everyone's favourite game, Survive! But yeah, it's interesting that these first two... Well, this one's in every one of them. This one is just some other stuff. The main thing that's more fun is this. And that's cute. There's a complete Keratan guide. The one in, the one for 2 had a guide for all the, what are they called? For all the dog tags. The only issue with the dog tags, you can't really bring this up while you're playing the game. You'd have to just take a... You'd need to take a screenshot and look at it there, but it's not the most helpful. What page? What are they talking about? Pages there? Page number? What? Oh, there's also a map. Oh, this... Okay, that's actually kind of useful. Except for the fact that you can't bring this up when you're playing the game, but that's pretty neat. But yeah, where are all the, where are the ones for... Here we are. Bike Chase. Jeez, there's so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are just during the bike chase, and 1 is during the boss while fighting the boss. But yeah. But what you get the Keratan code name, and you will get the stealth camo. That's cool, though. I like that you can see where they all are. That's nice. They also included maps for them as well, as just saying it. That's really nice. Okay, it'd be useful if you could bring this info up, but as it is the only thing you could do, they even got it there for the Volgan fight as well, like for the cage there. That's a nice little detail they show there for the bridge. It'd be a little nicer if you could bring it up during the game, but you have to not. But again, just screenshot it all, or take a photo, and you can see it. Oh yeah, if you don't beat the fight with the boss in 10 minutes, the area gets bombed. After 5 minutes, what happens is you will start hearing Snake Eater play. Anyway, but yeah, it's the only time I've actually gone through this. Hopefully it doesn't get... Hopefully no one cares that I have, like, no one being, Konami. But yeah, I just sort of wanted to just check the timeline and see, does it say there? Because yeah, I couldn't recall what year it was. For some reason I thought it was later than 71. But anyway, that is all for Metal Gear Solid 3. And all for the Metal Gear Solid series at this time. it's been a really fun one, and I am definitely excited to see what they'll do when the second Master Collection, see what's in it. It'll be nice to get to redo 4. It'll be nice to go through Peace Walker and 5. I am dreading one thing in particular in Peace Walker. That game's torturous. Fucking mission sucks. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I am so bad at it. I'm not looking forward to it. You could literally could really stuff some shit up. But yeah, that has been everything. I've been wanting to do the Metal Gear Solid franchise for a while, and I actually had a plan in mind for it, which I'm not going to do now. Originally, my idea was, once getting up to Snake Eater, was then doing Peace Walker 5 and then going back and finishing with 4, just because 4 has more of a complete ending. I'm not going to do that. It'll also be interesting to see if maybe Konami puts some work in and actually puts the final mission in to a version of 5 in this Master Collection. They won't. I don't believe they will, but it'd be nice if they did. But they won't. It's Konami. They suck. Anywho, thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. I can't really commit to anything over the next few days or for the rest of December, just because with Christmas coming up, I don't know how often I would be streaming, and also just with the heat. So with those two things, it's hard to really commit to any day. So I'm just if I stream, I stream. If I don't, I don't. That's really all I can say up until Christmas time. So that is that. Anywho, and I will see you all whenever I come back. When I'm next here, it's probably going to be whatever it is. It'll probably be yeah, the next one will probably be Naruto. Also, I just noticed this. If you look in the background, you can see 1964, 1974, 1975, and 1984. 1974 is the events of Peace Walker. 1975 is the events of Ground Zeroes. And technically it's 1983. I don't know why it says... Oh, is it 1984? Actually, I think... Wasn't Ground Zeroes 1974, not 75? And 1983. Either way, my point being, those are those ones. So, the fact that they're there really makes me think that the second Master Collection will be for Peace Walker and both versions of 5. They might even throw in some bonus ones, like similar to how... I don't know, maybe not. This one technically was... I mean, Metal Gear 1 and 2 were so small that they were originally included in the HD edition under Metal Gear Solid 3. You've got also the NES version and Snake's Revenge, which is nice as a bonus thing, so... But they're also quite small games, because they're, for the NES or MSX, which, I mean, they're very small, short games. I did Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2 each in their own single stream, because they're very short. They're only 5-6 hours. I don't remember exactly how long, but yeah, the main thing is Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, which are all big games. So they may not be able to have any bonus ones alongside 4, 5, or 4 Peace Walker and 5. But if they do, that'd be neat. It'd be pretty neat. It'd be interesting. They'd just be any spin-offs. I would not be too shocked if they shove Survive in there, just be like, please play our shitty version that we made without Kojima that wasn't good and no one liked and was panned before it even came out. And panned on release for apparently being awful. I've never played it. It was free once. I didn't get it, well, it was free on principle. But, yeah, it'd be interesting. I imagine they might, some things would require more work than others, like if they tried to do portal ops. I imagine the easy ones that they could do Rising. And people like Rising. So, yeah, and that wouldn't be too hard to port over, because it's just a PS3 game, wouldn't require that much work. Anywho, I'm just rambling at this point, and that is going to be all. I will see you all next time.